A 50-year-old boy named Xing Tin is surrounded by soul beasts that have lived 400,000 years. Alobient Lai listening to him. However, the God King Discomito confront them. To protect Thirson, Xing Tian's parent Singajan a fierce battle with God King, ultimately escaping with Thirewai Finchild into spatial rift. Years later, Shuiye discovers Xing Tian, who has been for Zenis. In an escape, a mysterious woman instructs Shueling Long to protect them and help them become the strongest. 3 years later, Xing Tian is at Oventurina the outside world, on as Malice land in Thilio world. In the center of forest, as Mal wooden houses stands where 5-year-old Xing Tian is playing surrounded by soul beasts. Event the 100,000 years shall be are considered ordinary. Yet he treat them with great respect and obedience. Suddenly, the clouds above a the forest darken. With a swoosh, a man and a woman appear. The man, Xing Zhe, is 190 centimeters tall, with blue eyes and purple short hair, wearing a blur of Behishtra from his Thato for divine dragon. The woman, Li Yulin, is 175 centimeters tall, with thread eyes sad long red hair, dressed in a long red dress shirt true from his Thato for divine phoenix. And der beauty maketh the world pale in comparison. Xing Tian shouts, "Mo man dad." Li Yulin picks him up, and Xing Tian asks, "Is that person chasing a saw gang?" Li Yulin sees dark and thin brighten Mo man dad will protect you. Xing zeds, "I will protect you both." Xing Tian innocently asks, "Then what do I protect?" Li Yulin loss, "You need strength for it had do you have right now." Xing Tian resist Bethans, and divine dragon sand phoenixes merge from the have. Isn't it awesome? Li Yulin affectionately replies, "Our little Tian is the strongest." Just then, Fesky is struck by numerous bolts of lightning, and Xing Tian, frightened, buries Shimzel Fin his mother's embrace him scared. Li Yulin quickly comforts him, while Xing Zegler Sadisky, his eyes filled with fire. Xing zingerly shouts, "God King, what do I want?" A cold love responds. And the God King, clad in golden armor, steps forward. The dragon god little dragon your raised is causing trouble. To Incherepia's son head of Inarium. We must first deal with ya. The master, Xing Zeklin Chesh's fists don't go to fur. Just because you've created the divine realm doesn't mean you're invincible. The God King, impatient, retorts, "Stop the nonsense scene fight." 8 golden rings so flight shine from Xing Ze's back, wrapping Hyman blue and per Plirmarishes or Sinetheski, unleashing thousands soft purple lightning bolts Sath God King. The God King remains unfazed. His 9 golden rings shine in Javin brighter than Xing Ze's. That will engage in battle, lighting up the sky and shaking the heavens with dragon roars. Xing Ze roars, divine skill dragon roar. The sound stuns the God King, and taking the opportunity, Heppel Suda golden trident. Themamentherisis the trident. Golden light explodes, and overwhelming energy surges forth. At that moment, Fesky darkens completely, and a living baning synth the low world feel a surge of fear, wanting to flay but not knowing where to go. Xing Ze shouts, "Divine skill judgment of death. Hethros tetrident. Anthe4C causes the space ata cracked world cannot withstand it. Just as it seems to hit. The God King suddenly awakens sad laughs. Xing Zeshert sinks. Boom. The trident explodes into a mushroom cloud. And the God King casual litis perceives it while retrieving the trident. In the next second, Hedda laports in front of Xing Zi and Pierce Shishan Thrufishist. Taking Hoshert, Li Yulin and Xing Tian Spria Min Pain Zay. Daddy. Li Yulin poots down Xing Tian Mommy will go alpo hide well. 8 golden rings shine. Wrapping Hirin Redarmers has spreads fiery wings divine skill rebirth in flames. She transforms into Athena Zan charges of God King, but with a Grabophius left hand. She falls directly. Xing Tian runs Madlato Zave his mom, but God King cold listipshim. Xingza kicks away the God King and transforms into a dragon form divine skill dragon death array. Hyun Li Shisei blasts stove white light, shattering space. The God King Clyde fence. Boom. The Diluo continents. These arises. Antheus land is Sabotobi submerged. Xingza grabs Swiffy and child, tearing through space to escape. The God King says instantly he leaves from the gapping hole. And houts. Endow the divine consciousness stoker Tetsi God shrine. Those who gain power shall become the Nisi God. Hethros Tetrident. The world restores. And the God King chase into the spatial rift. Uncertain how much to me haspest. In Theekstrom in North Forbidden Zone. Abla-haired little girl walks barefoot on this no mummy has delicious food to wanna go home. Suddenly, she steps into Avoy Dan falls sliding for a long time. Shekra Shes Sonathes. Rubbing button complaining sound lucky. Wait for Mama Tosavim. Just as he lays down in surprise. She turns over and freezes above her. In the Slayer. Isa naked boy. Shy stunned. Staring at the naked boy trap head in these. Shueye Shutcherizan shouts. Wow. Maya Sarah dirty. They. Re-dirty. But thing king of T-boy in Thies. She a pincher yesin feelings reform. As if has been grounded by his mother. She approaches the Slayer. Placing her hand in it. And suddenly black soul rings simmered beneath her feet first soul skill ice explosion. Ice Spike is sit up from behind her to pyre Kethy Ice Slayer. But the Slayer remains soon affected. Shueyao sits on the ground. Pouting eye. Done. Thisisalayer wrist hard. Suddenly, she's in Sesame thing and immediate legit sup. Waving her hands and shouting Mom. I. Mir. Come Savim. Just as he finishes shouting, Theosekovi explodes. With Lytanda's blocks crashing down. Shueyao exclaims Mom. Are you out trying to kill our daughter? In the next second, a white light sphere wraps around her. And these blocks shitting the light sphere instant lighter and toss steam. Schwelling long falls from the sky her Blaharan Blyser is stunning. Wearing a Ida Drasan crystal shows. Her salpower radiating with imperial majesty. It just shows Norogan's sane front off Shueyao. She is the 800,000 soul beast. Snow Emperor. The ruler Rove T extreme north. Shueyer Shesinto her arms I fell into in a sea cav while walking. How unlucky. Schwelling long lasso told an atoe querio. Regoing. Shueyao suddenly wave her hand Mom. There. Saboy and Theus gave listen. Twearing close of my eyes shave bin salide. Schwelling long throne sandish her spiritual power to quickly find Theboy buried under these blocks. Shemovis the ice blocks I said a has purple short hair and is about 170 centimeters tall. Looking around 14 or 15 years old. Shueyea covers her yes beau peak struff her fingers. Muttering is thighs what distinguishes boys and girls. Schwelling long's brow for is slightly strange. This boy is Dilla lively and can sense a terrifying energy. Yet it is a person of flash. Shiraisher Hintown leisure all power to brain the ice. Addis that is usually as but now proves extremely difficult. She sets Shueyan and flies up. Releasing Gal her sal power sal be soft t extreme nort hurry left dumbfounded. From Dice Emperor Scorpion. 700. 000 Urice Emperor and a green short skirt flies out. Glaring cold lies atrocious thighs way. From Master Tanisberg. 100-meter Titan pounds sit chest stand or sangrily. Also heading this way. Shueyo Hidesto the side. Seeing her mother. His complexion worsen. Worrying greatly. Schwelling long realizes her sal power cannot bring Nithesian Disby in Gabs or bed with this slayer. Minutes later. Her soul power is drained. And dare fast to turn Spaliasi collapses stoth that ground. Shueya Uridli runs over to support her. Mom. Eri UK. Shueyeo asks anxiously. Schwelling long shakes her head indulgent lie shouts Xiao Yao. Quickly leaveth this place. Hurry. Shueyeo supports her. Trying to leave. But these wall blocks dire way Schwelling lung hasna soul power rands simplike an out. Crack. 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 Theosalayer splits open. And a terrifying sends off pressure explodes. All soul be softy extreme in North Frisian place thy semperor falls. And the tie tank kneels. Unable to move. Incident Thies gave. Schwelling long protects theft frightened Shue's power agents to coalesce for them. The slayer cracks withered light. And oppressive energy sweeps in Shueyeo faints. While Schwelling long holds in. A female Evwas resounds or Bane Goft world Soraginal power. Schwelling long trembles as he answers yes. Theus gave warms up. And a woman in her dress appears. Withered hair under eyes. Herbity divine. The woman says get up. Schwelling long Rasher Hadan Thenlor Satagain. Her heart tracing gun controllably. She transforms the boy in the slayer. Holding Hyman shedding tears little tea on. May you be happy. She hangs a half dragon. Hey Phoenix bendin Turan dis neck and push she sido Schwelling long helfen become the strongest. Indio can become a god. Are you willing? Schwelling long replies without the citation I. I'm willing. The woman points to Schwelling long's brow your lives airbound. Protect them well. Schwelling long looks up to Thuman transform into a Phoenix and disappear. Ask the boy o pinch his eyes. 3 years later. In the snow. 12-year-old Shueyacha's sand shouts Xing Tian. Wait for him. Shay's 165 centimeters tall. Standing elegantly. Xing Tian turns back you. Re too slow. Xingtian woke up with amnesia. Anzuling long took carry of him. No weighs 180 tall. Good looking. Withered left hand to purple right eye. Making every yon take you a second glance. No has grown a lot. Standing at 180 tall. With all proportion figuri and handsome fetchers. His striking eyes make people look twice at the left eye is red. Antheridius purple. Making jither for Inyon to resist taking Ganather Luke. Doloa continent the god slaying Doloa. Zuia caught up with Xingshan and snorted. Im no to you. Running gover 10 kilometers and Tyron for you. But I'm no trunning anymore. After saying that. Should erect lie laid on in theg round dandro let around. Clearly throwing a tantrum. Xinktian helpless slide it down. Gettin'. He'll carry you. Sway immediately jump head up happily. Shouting. Go. We're going home. Xinktian roll at his eyes of being treated like a horse. Cynthia rivet at thy spalus. Wherever a thing was made of this. Even Thebed. Xingshan shouted. Aunt Shua. We're back. Asked the cold wind below. Zuling long appeared. Looking at Zuyo Hang Ging and Xingtian. Yao Yao. How old are you steel making or brother carry you? Zuyo stuck out their tongue. Clinging and licky sloth. Swilling long fell velpless both she and Zuyo were a closeto Xingtian. Viewed upon reflection. It felt oppressive. Xingshan suddenly senlet. Aunt Shua. It went to Gutan Sith out Sidworld. Sui immediately jumped down. Why? You want to go to? Zuling Long said sternly. Humancer is super dangerous. The last dies goddess when Tao Tan get captured. I'll must be commingling. After a moment of silence, Xingqian insisted. Is still want to go. Seeing Gis determination, Zuling Long sighed. Fine. You must come back after breaking through if I can't survive you out here. Come home. Zuya acted cute. Mom. You want to go to? Swilling Long decisive liar fuse Xingtian's true firm can't have been seen through be titled the law. But Zio is not capable. The next day, Xingtian student front Toftai Spalus with a backpack. We're Titan. Ice Emperor. And Swilling Long Warial present. Swilling Long handed a Vera blurring. Storage SOL guide. 100 cubic meters. Can be used with Sal power. Xingtian 2 Catan Pushin. Tossing the backpack inside. Puzzled. Where's Yao Yao? She's probably planning how to go with it. Ice Emperor chuckled. In Dolua continent. The god-slaying Dolua, Shuel Linglong understands Xingtian's meaning and explains. Don't worry. Let her run away. It's just good exercise. The Ice Emperor chuckles. Sister Shui. You really are like a mother. Shuel Linglong doesn't respond and urges Xingtian. Hurry up. It's dangerous to walk in the dark. Xingtian waves. Goodbye, Aunt Shui, Aunt Bing. Uncle Titan. I'm off. He turns to leave, and the Ice Emperor smacks his forehead. Xingtian, you're going north. If you keep going, you'll reach the sea. You need to go south. Xingtian immediately stops, awkwardly turns around, and Titan calls out. That's east. Xingtian coughs and turns again, and Shuel Linglong helplessly says, that's west. After 4 wrong turns, Titan can only escort him to the extreme northern edge. After the two leave, the Ice Emperor sighs. After 3 years together. I really don't want to part with this little guy. Shuel Linglong teases her. Then you should go with him. The Ice Emperor pouts. The human world is too dangerous. I'm not going. Shuel Linglong laughs. I'm going to catch Yao Yao. As she speaks, she flies into the sky. Shui Yao is bouncing after Xingtian, and when she sees her mother, she cries out, I don't want to go back. Shuel Linglong directly picks her up and returns to the Ice Palace. At the extreme northern edge, Titan sets Xingtian down. Just ahead is the Heaven Do continent. Don't be fooled. Xingtian nods. Uncle Titan, don't worry. I'm off. Following the path, he sees grass and trees. And just as he marvels at how nice it is outside, he hears a cry for help. A girl runs towards him. Big brother, help. Behind her is a 5-meter-long red worm with a white head. The girl runs past, and the worm is about to reach Xingtian. He feels a red soul ring emerge beneath his feet, thinks for a moment, and then it turns yellow. At this moment, the girl has reached his side, but doesn't stop. She keeps running forward, and the huge worm is almost upon him. Just as the worm is about to touch him, a red soul ring appears beneath his feet, but as if thinking of something, this red soul ring turns yellow. Xingtian's soul ring changes color. A sudden memory from when he became a soul master. Shuel Linglong advises, when you meet someone, change the first 5 soul rings to yellow or purple. You must not reveal your true color until you're a soul Doloa. Now, he's masking red with yellow, and luckily the girl is too focused on running to notice. Xingtian's eyes flash coldly as he activates his first soul skill, Dragon Roar. He roars at the worm, and the worm curls into a ball and explodes. A yellow soul ring floats out, and Xingtian complains. 100-year soul beast? What a joke. The girl is stunned by the dragon roar. And when she turns back and sees Xingtian easily defeating the worm, her eyes light up as she runs back. Thank you for saving me. When she sees Xingtian's face, her heart races. He's so handsome. Xingtian replies, you're welcome. The girl smiles. I'm Han Shui, 12 years old. What about you? Xingtian, 14 years old. Han Shui immediately calls out, Brother Xingtian. Han Shui asks, what level are you? Level 13 Soul Master. I'm level 12. My martial soul is the Shadow Cat. She pops up cat ears cutely. Xingtian says, do you want me to show my martial soul? He releases his martial soul. Mine is a dragon. A blue-purple giant dragon appears, exuding an intimidating aura, and Han Shui is so scared she sits on the ground. Xingtian retracts his martial soul and helps her up. Sorry for scaring you. Han Shui replies, it's fine. Your martial soul is amazing. What's it called? Xingtian frowns. It doesn't have a name worthy of it, so I just call it Dragon. Xingtian asks, where is the Heaven Do continent? Han Shui looks dumbfounded. You're right here. What about the city? Heaven Do City is quite far. I'm looking for my dad. Let's go. Xingtian agrees. Who knows when he'll arrive if he goes alone? On the way, Han Shui asks many questions, like where Xingtian comes from. He only answers that he's from the extreme north, which leave her puzzled. Is it the extreme north of Forbidden Zone for humans? Why are there still people living there? Han Shui exclaims, what? You have no place to stay by yourself? Xing Tian nods, and Han Shui hurriedly asks, what will you do when you get to Heaven Do City? I don't know. Han Shui thinks about kicking him, but instead says, come to my house. I'll ask my dad if he can take you in. Xing Tian thanks her, and Han Shui secretly smiles. Picking up a handsome guy isn't a loss. As it gets dark, Han Shui points ahead. That's the gate to Heaven Do City. Tall walls and silver-armored soldiers guard a bustling city behind them. At the city gate, the soldiers require identification. Han Shui takes out a card to pass, pulling Xing Tian to enter, but the soldier stops them. He doesn't have proof. Han Shui pretends to cry. He's my brother. His ID was lost to a soul beast. We were looking for him before dark, and I'm afraid of encountering soul beasts at night. The soldier is in a dilemma when a black soul-guiding vehicle arrives, marked with flames, and the soldiers immediately salute and urge, hurry up and enter the city. Don't block the road. Han Shui pulls Xing Tian inside, and the vehicle hands over a card. The soldier glances and returns it. Once inside the city, Xing Tian explores everything, looking like he's never seen the world before. Han Shui awkwardly pulls him along. Her home is in the northern slums, with broken walls and darkness. On the street, some thugs jeer. The little sister looks pretty nice. Han Shui shouts to hurry away, but 4 thugs block their path. Where are you rushing off to? Han Shui panics. Although she's a soul master, she's still scared. Xing Tian suddenly pulls her behind him, his gaze icy, looking at the thugs as if they were dead. This is what the Ice Emperor taught him, to treat enemies as if they are dead. His expression is very cold, looking at the thug youths as if they were a bunch of corpses. These thugs are now his enemies. He wants them to become the dead in his eyes. The blonde thug leader arrogantly shouts, Kid, do you want to be a hero? I'm a soul master. My 3 little brothers are soul soldiers. Xing Tian coldly replies, so what? The thugs laugh. You're not even a soul soldier. What are you pretending to be? Xing Tian's yellow soul ring immediately appears, and soul power erupts. The thug leader stubbornly says, just a soul master. I am too. He reveals his martial soul, a scythe with a white soul ring. While his little brothers show off knives, iron rods, and wolf teeth clubs, Han Shui bursts out laughing. Are your martial souls a joke? Watch mine. She pops up cat ears and reveals a black cat shadow, also showing a white soul ring. The thug leader stares wide-eyed. How can there be 2 soul masters in the slums? He shouts, get them. The 4 of them charge, but Xing Tian doesn't use his soul skills. He punches the thug leader into a garbage bin. Trash belongs here, with left and right punches and a sideways kick. The other 3 little brothers also end up in the garbage bin. Xing Tian reveals his martial soul, the blue-purple giant dragon circling behind him, its dragon eyes glowing red and intimidating. The thugs, seeing the dragon martial soul, are scared silly and cry out, Big brother, don't kill us. We'll work like oxen or horses. Xing Tian is about to unleash Dragon Roar, but Han Shui quickly stops him. What are you going to do? Kill them. Han Shui is stunned. What kind of ruthless person did I pick up? The thugs are so frightened they wet themselves. Han Shui pulls Xing Tian. Killing will get you caught and thrown in prison. Seeing her urgency, Xing Tian agrees. Fine, I won't kill. He turns and walks away, and Han Shui follows. On the way, Han Shui asks, You're from the extreme north? You want to kill people without an ID? Xing Tian suddenly stares at her, and Han Shui blushes at his purple-red eyes. Why are you staring at me? Xing Tian bows and apologizes. I didn't know the rules. If I did something wrong, just tell me to change. Han Shui hurriedly supports him. Don't do that. I'm afraid you'll get caught. Han Shui quickly helps him up. Brother Xing Tian, don't be like this. I'm just afraid you'll get caught for killing. Xing Tian promises, I won't kill anymore. Han Shui is super happy, grabbing his hand. Let us go. My house is just ahead. After walking a few minutes, they reach a blacksmith shop. Upon entering, a strong metallic smell fills the air, accompanied by the sound of clanging metal. Han Shui calls out for her dad but gets no response, mumbling as she walks in, only to see a muscular uncle hammering iron with his bare upper body. She shouts, Dad. The uncle turns his head, sees his daughter, and instantly his anger dissipates. Xiaoye is here. Seeing Xing Tian, the uncle's face tightened. Who is he? Han Shui leaned closer to his dad's ear. It's Xing Tian I picked up. He doesn't understand anything and has no ID, but he's a level 13 soul master with a dragon martial soul. The uncle widened his eyes. You dare to pick this up? Han Shui pulled Xing Tian. This is my dad Han Xin. Xing Tian respectfully said, Hello, Uncle Han. Han Xin asked, Why did you bring him back? Han Shui smiled. He's pitiful and saved me twice, so I'm repaying the kindness. Han Xian hurriedly asked what happened, and after hearing it, he panicked. Next time, don't let my daughter walk alone. He pulled his daughter aside and whispered, your grandma is sick and needs money, and you still have to go to school. How can we support him? Han Shui glanced at Xing Tian, who was standing there dumbfounded, reluctant to drive him away. Han Xian sighed, let him stay for a while. Han Shui excitedly hugged her dad and kissed him. Love you the most, Dad. Han Xian was worried about accommodation and could only let Xing Tian squeeze in with himself. With a rumble, Xing Tian awkwardly touched his belly. I'm hungry. Han Shui wanted to cook, but Xing Tian stopped her. I'll help you. Han Shui was stunned. You can cook? A little. Entering the kitchen, Han Shui was amazed. Xing Tian chopped vegetables so fast that she couldn't see clearly and even controlled the water flow to wash the vegetables. She exclaimed, you have a beast martial soul. How can you control water? Oh, my martial soul has water attributes, so I can control water, Xing Tian explained, and then started frying the vegetables. In Duluo continent, the god-slaying Da, Xing Tian cooked so skillfully as if he'd been doing it for over 10 years, but in fact, he had only cooked for 3 years in the extreme north. Shui Linglong and Shui Yao didn't eat much, while the Ice Emperor and Titan ate raw meat with blood. So Xing Tian could only prepare food for himself. The lack of firewood in the extreme north made it difficult for him, but after struggling for a long time, he finally started a fire and spent another month researching seasonings. In the end, he attracted both Shui Linglong and Shui Yao. And even the Ice Emperor and Titan changed to eating cooked food. Sizzling, the dishes came out, and Xing Tian and Han Shui served them, starting a delicious meal. After the meal, Han Xian leaned back in his chair and burped. Xing Tian, your dishes are amazing. Xing Tian humbly replied, Uncle Han is overpraising me. Han Xian added, you don't have an ID. Let us get you one tomorrow. Xing Tian hurriedly thanked him. Han Xian was now very satisfied. He was obedient and could cook. It was worth it to have another mouth to feed. That night, the three of them washed up and went to sleep. The next day, Xing Tian was woken up by the sound of Han Xian forging iron, and he came out with droopy eyelids. Han Shui suddenly popped up. Xing Tian bro, didn't he sleep enough? Huh? Xing Tian yawned and nodded, and Han Shui smiled, looking just like a child. She continued, I don't have your toothbrush. I'll buy one later. First wash your face and eat breakfast. I'll help Dad. After finishing the porridge, Xing Tian went to see Han Xian forging iron, while Han Shui wiped sweat and moved things. Xing Tian took over a few pounds of iron. I'll do it. For him, a dozen pounds of iron felt like 1 pound. Han Xian called for iron, and Xing Tian quickly handed it over. Han Xian placed the iron on the forge, and the hammer made a loud clanging sound. Xing Tian stared at the iron block in confusion. Why is it getting smaller the more he hits it? When the iron block turned red, Han Shui brought cold water, and Han Xian put the iron in the water with a sizzling sound. Xing Tian suddenly asked, Uncle Han, why does the iron get smaller the more you hit it? Han Xian replied, the impurities are being hammered out. A weapon is only good without impurities. Xing Tian instantly understood, looking at the iron block with itching hands. He loved studying things he didn't understand. So he said, Uncle Han, can I hammer a piece of iron? Han Xian, who was drinking water, sprayed it out directly. You want to forge iron? Han Xian sized up Xing Tian. Although he wasn't very muscular, he still had a decent build. So he nodded in agreement, moved aside, picked a 5-pound piece of iron, and handed Xing Tian a 10-pound hammer. In Doluo continent, the god-slaying Doluo, Han Xian said, iron needs to be refined into steel. Hammer out all the impurities. Just sit and watch. Xing Tian held the hammer and frowned. It's a bit light. He swung it down hard. Clang! The iron block was about to be flattened, and the hammer bent. Han Xian jumped up to check the forging table, and only relaxed when he saw nothing was wrong. Xing Tian said, Uncle Han, the hammer isn't sturdy and is still light. Han Xian complained. You think 10 pounds is heavy? Xing Tian, there's nothing heavier. Just change the hammer to control the force. Xing Tian struck down, and with a clang, Han Xian's heart trembled. Han Xian narrowed his eyes. The force isn't concentrated on the iron. Xing Tian scratched his head. It's a bit scattered. Han Xian laughed. Focus the force. Your one strike turns it into steel. Xing Tian asked how to focus the force, and Han Xian threw a piece of scrap iron into a bowl of water. Don't splash the water. Practice every day. Han Shui wanted to help, but Xing Tian refused, pulling the bellows to stoke the fire, lifting the hammer to strike. Water splashed everywhere, and Han Xian only told him to add water. Hammering until noon, Xing Tian's arms were slightly sore, and Han Xian was secretly surprised. He really has the talent for forging. He said, "Go cook, we'll get your ID in the afternoon." Xing Tian went to the kitchen, and Han Xian finished perfecting the iron he forged. After lunch, when getting the ID, Han Xian was shocked. 1,000 federal coins? Why is it so expensive? The counter said, "No proof, no record. The procedures are complicated and thus expensive." Han Xian painfully paid the money, and the certificate would be ready in a week. On the way, Han Xian said, "You spent 1,000. You need to earn it back." Xing Tian, "Okay." In the week that followed, Xing Tian forged iron every day, and his skills skyrocketed. When he was tired, he would restore his soul power and be fully energized. And he even leveled up. After that week, Xing Tian began a life of forging in the blacksmith shop, improving his forging every day. As for being tired, that was not a concern. Whenever he felt a bit fatigued, he would sit down to cultivate his soul power and immediately feel refreshed, even leveling up his soul power during this time. In Doluo continent, the god-slaying Doluo, Xing Tian directly advanced to a level 14 soul master. Clang! With one hammer strike, the scrap iron instantly took shape, with only a pitiful amount of impurities, and not a drop of water was spilled nearby. Han Xian sat beside, stunned. What is this 100 refinements in a steel? Xing Tian controlled his strength within a week and directly turned it into steel with one strike. This absolute power. There's no worry in the future. Xing Tian put down the hammer. "Uncle Han, the iron is forged." Han Xian looked and saw that all the iron in the shop was perfectly forged and of excellent quality. Han Xian said, "You can get your ID today. Go pick it up. Tomorrow I'll teach you how to refine weapons." Han Shui shouted, "Xing Tian bro, I'll go with you." The two went to the federal hall and got the certificate in just over 10 minutes. Han Shui snatched it to look. The photo is so handsome. Xing Tian wanted to go back, but Han Shui pulled him. "Don't you get bored forging iron every day? I'll take you to tour Heavendo City." On the street, soul-guided vehicles were whizzing by, and Han Shui wanted to enter a store, but stopped when she saw the prices. Xing Tian watched silently, saying nothing, following her around until it got dark, buying nothing, but Han Shui was very happy. Xing Tian asked, "Aren't you buying anything?" Han Shui rolled her eyes. "I don't have money." In the following month, Xing Tian forged iron every day and learned how to refine weapons. One day, he handed a sword to Han Xian. "Uncle Han, it's finished." Han Xian pulled a hair from his head to test the sword blade, and the hair broke into 2 pieces. Han Xian praised, "Not bad. Finally forged a good sword." You know, Xing Tian practiced nearly 1,000 times. Others would need to practice tens of thousands of times. Xing Tian asked, "Can I sell it?" Han Xian nodded and then called Han Shui. "School is starting soon. Aren't you going to cultivate?" Han Shui quietly said, "I've hit a bottleneck, thinking about resting for a couple of days." Han Xian was at a loss. Turned to ask Xing Tian, "You're a soul master. Can you teach Xiaoyi?" Xing Tian shook his head. "I only know how to cultivate myself. I have no methods." Xing Tian suddenly asked, "Uncle Han, if I make 100 weapons a day, how much can I earn?" Han Xian laughed. "I can make a maximum of 10 a day. You want to make 100? Xing Tian stared at him, and Han Xian felt a chill down his back. "Even if you can forge, you can't sell them all." Xing Tian fell silent. He initially wanted to rely on this to earn money for school, but now it seemed impossible. Just then, someone outside shouted, "Boss, can you repair weapons?" In Doluo continent, the god-slaying Duo, a tall, thin man, entered the blacksmith shop, with scars on his face and wearing a black cloak, hiding a big knife underneath. Xing Tian sensed the soul power. He's a soul master. Han Xian smiled. "Yes, we can repair. What do you need to repair?" A man handed over a large knife, and when Han Xian looked at it, he saw that the 110 centimeters blade was broken in half. He was puzzled. Why not change the knife if it's broken? The man replied coldly, "If it can be repaired, then repair it. If not, find another place." Han Xian quickly responded, "It can be repaired, but the knife is made of cold iron, and I'll need to buy materials. It will take 3 days." The man said he would come back in 3 days to pick it up. Han Xian shouted excitedly, "Cold iron weapons can sell for 5,000. Xing Tian's eyes lit up. Cold iron is so valuable. Han Shui glared at him. "What are you thinking without cold iron?" Han Xian felt awkward. "I'll go buy it right now." He then told Xing Tian, "The armor order will be submitted the day after tomorrow. You help with the forging. The molds are ready." Xing Tian replied, "Uncle Han, don't worry." After Han Xian left, Han Shui shouted, "I'll help you with the bellows." Xing Tian agreed. When forging armor for the first time, he must focus. Han Shui worked the bellows, the furnace temperature sword. Xing Tian threw scrap iron into the furnace and raised his hammer to strike. 2 strikes per second, and in a few minutes, fine iron was produced, melted into liquid, and poured into the molds. An hour later, a black wrist guard emerged, and after engraving and polishing, it turned silver. It should be noted that Han Xin took 3 years to learn, while Xing Tian mastered it in just 1 month. It's incredible. Han Shui exclaimed. This wrist guard looks really good. Xing Tian smiled. It's okay. We still need to forge matching armor, so we'll be busy until tomorrow. On the other side, Han Xin raised the cold iron and asked for the price. How much is this? The shopkeeper replied. 3,000. Han Xin retorted. It's full of impurities. And you still want that much? The shopkeeper lowered the price. 2,000. Han Xin insisted. 1,000. The shopkeeper huffed. Don't even think about 1,000. If you don't buy it, get lost. Han Xin turned to leave. This cold iron is even too expensive at 500. That night, Han Xin returned to the blacksmith shop. Dad, you're back. Dinner is just ready. Hurry up and eat, Han Shui said as soon as he saw Han Xin. However, Han Xin waved his hand, sitting on a stool with a dejected expression, not saying a word. Han Shui noticed and immediately went to his side, asking, Dad, what's wrong? Han Xin sighed. The cold iron in Tiando City is either poor quality or too expensive. The cheapest is 2,000 and still full of impurities. Han Shui panicked. There are only 2 days left. What should we do? Han Xin said, We can only go to the Sunset Forest and try our luck for cold iron. Han Shui was alarmed. That place is extremely dangerous. Don't take this order. Han Xin shook his head. Your grandmother's illness is more important than money. We must take it. I'm going tomorrow. Han Shui's eyes turned red. What will I and Mom do if you get into trouble? Xing Tian suddenly spoke up. Uncle Han, I'll go. I'm a soul master. I'm the most suitable to find cold iron. Han Xin was astonished and nodded after a moment of silence. Han Shui tried to stop him. Brother Xing Tian, you can't go. Xing Tian smiled and released his soul power instantly. Han Shui and Han Xin were overwhelmed, as if a giant rock was pressing down on them. He retracted his soul power. I'm strong enough, don't worry. Han Shui was stunned, and Han Xion's back was soaked. Ordinary people are too weak in front of a soul master. The next morning, Xing Tian went to the Sunset Forest. This place is a forbidden area for humans, with many high-level soul beasts. Even soul masters need luck to enter. At the edge of the forest, soldiers blocked the way. What are you doing? Xing Tian replied, collecting cold iron. The soldiers warned, if you die inside, we won't take responsibility. Xing Tian confirmed, for sure. The soldiers asked for identification, scanned it, and frowned. You're an ordinary person? Xing Tian replied, I'm a soul master. Why isn't there a registration at the Spirit Tower? I don't know. The soldiers said, release your martial soul. Xing Tian's yellow soul ring appeared beneath his feet, and a giant dragon manifested behind him, creating a tremendous pressure. The soldiers were shocked. A dragon martial soul. Top tier. Xing Tian retracted his martial soul. Can I enter? The soldiers let him through. Remember to register. Inside the Sunset Forest, soul beasts hid deeply, and even soul masters dared not relax. But Xing Tian strolled leisurely. The trees were 100 meters tall, and Xing Tian looked like an ant. Soul beasts darted past, but none dared to attack him. The trees in the forest were all 100 meters tall, making Xing Tian feel incredibly small, like an ant. Occasionally, a few soul beasts would rush past, but they did not attack Xing Tian. Xing Tian sat on a tree root, sighing, the forest is too big. Where can I find cold iron? Suddenly, a hissing sound, and a 10-meter black snake appeared, with red patterns on its back. Xing Tian muttered, what a big snake. The snake whipped its tail at him, and he dodged, causing the tree root to snap. The snake's green eyes locked onto him, drooling. Eating him would make it stronger. Xing Tian frowned. The last one who wanted to eat me became snake soup. Do you want to become meat skewers? The snake didn't understand and lunged to bite. Xing Tian revealed his martial soul. Red soul rings rose, and scales appeared on his arms. He jumped onto the snake's head and punched down. The snake shook its head and threw him off. Xing Tian used the tree to cushion his fall. The snake unleashed its soul power and breathed fire. Xing Tian was shocked. What the hell? It can even roast itself? The snake spat flames, and Xing Tian activated his soul skill. The first soul skill, Dragon's Roar. The roar echoed, stunning the snake. Dragons naturally suppress low-level soul beasts. Xing Tian jumped onto the snake's body, drew the ice spike sword given by the Ice Emperor, aimed for its 7-inch mark and thrust down. Puffed. The snake bled out and fell, a purple soul ring rising. Xing Tian collected the soul ring, a 1,000-year soul beast. Now I have snake skewers. Next, he continued searching for cold iron, wandering until his head ached. Suddenly, dozens of soul beasts rushed past him. Xing Tian was bewildered. What is going on? The next moment, an overwhelming soul power erupted, causing his heart to race. He ran towards the source of the soul power. A kilometer away, a person stood in front of a 20-meter red tiger. The tiger's teeth were 2 meters long. It was a 10,000-year soul beast. Roar! The tiger roared at the human in front of it, as if signaling him to get lost. The man held a black hammer, with a 1-meter-long handle and a cylindrical hammerhead with faint patterns. He shouted, "Blood-colored heavy-toothed tiger, become my soul ring. First, taste the Haotian hammer." The Haotian hammer is the #1 weapon martial soul in the world. This man is definitely from the Haotian sect. He had 3 purple and 2 black soul rings beneath him. Soul King. He shouted again, "Chaotic wind hammer technique." The Haotian hammer flashed with purple lightning and leaped to strike the tiger. The blood-colored heavy-toothed tiger countered, but the Haotian hammer is the strongest power martial soul. With one strike, the tiger fell flat. A second strike followed, and the tiger was hammered down, roaring in pain, even emitting electricity. The tiger wanted to explode with thunder to blow up 100 meters, but the man did not give it a chance, striking again and again. 3, 4, 5 strikes in quick succession, the power skyrocketing. The tiger could only endure the beating, unable to fight back. Xing Tian hid behind a tree, stunned, his eyes fixed on the hammer technique. This hammer technique would definitely be even more powerful when used in forging iron. Who? The man suddenly stopped and looked over. Xing Tian was stunned. He was discovered so quickly. The man shouted angrily, "Come out!" Xing Tian could only step forward. The man relaxed when he saw how young and weak Xing Tian was. But in the midst of this, the tiger was about to self-destruct its soul core. Lightning crackled all over its body, extremely unstable. The man cursed, "Damn it! Self-destructing! Hurry and run!" Shouting to Xing Tian, "Quickly hide!" Xing Tian reacted slowly. As the explosion approached, the pendant on his chest glowed with white light. Gentle power enveloped him, and the explosion could not harm him. After the explosion dissipated, the pendant's light dimmed, and Xing Tian stared at it, stunned. Shueling Long said this was left by my mom. "Mom, are you protecting me?" Just as Xing Tian was staring at the pendant, the man had somehow arrived beside him. "Kid, you actually didn't die?" The man was very surprised because he had just seen Xing Tian not escape, and he wanted to save him but was too late. After the explosion, seeing that Xing Tian was unharmed, he was astonished. Tang Zong guessed as he saw Xing Tian staring at the pendant. "This must be a life-saving soul guide device. I saw the white light just now. It must be it." Xing Tian came back to his senses and asked, "Uncle, why did you want me dead?" Tang Zong was shocked and pointed at himself. "I'm only 19. Calling me uncle?" Xing Tian replied, "I'm 14. Calling you uncle is reasonable." Tang Zong was anxious. "Call me brother." Xing Tian looked at him, messy hair, stubble, and a sweat-stained shirt and pants, and sighed. "Not a good look. And still calling yourself an uncle." Tang Zong was speechless, glancing at Xing Tian's looks, feeling jealous. Tang Zong changed the subject. "What are you doing here? Did you force the tiger to self-destruct?" Xing Tian bowed. "Sorry, it wasn't intentional." Tang Zong waved his hand. "Forget it." He was puzzled. "You became a soul master at 14? Xing Tian replied, "I only started cultivating 3 years ago." Tang Zong widened his eyes. "Are you kidding me? What were you doing before?" Xing Tian, "I don't remember." Tang Zong concluded he had amnesia. Tang Zong introduced himself. "I'm Tang Zong. And you?" Xing Tian responded. "Xing Tian. Here, to hunt soul beasts?" "No, I'm looking for cold iron." Tang Zong was taken aback. "What a coincidence. I'm also looking for cold iron, and I need to collect a soul ring." The two looked at each other and said in unison, "You're also a blacksmith?" Xing Tian nodded. "I just learned a month ago." Tang Zong frowned. "Only a month? Your skills must be lacking." Xing Tian didn't refute and asked, "What was that hammering technique you used earlier? It was incredible for forging." Tang Zong laughed heartily. "You don't even know the chaotic cloak hammering technique? It's explained as belonging to Haotian sect. The world's #1 forging hammering technique. It cleans impurities super well." Xing Tian's eyes lit up. "Is it the Haotian sect with the #1 weapon spirit? Is that the Haotian hammer?" Tang Zong revealed his weapon spirit. "Yes, this is the Haotian hammer." The moment the Haotian hammer was revealed, the atmosphere exploded, and Xing Tian, feeling no pressure, leaned closer to touch it. "It really is explosive." Tang Zong was surprised. Little Soul Master isn't afraid of pressure? Xing Tian suddenly asked. Can I use your hammer? Tang Zong was taken aback, wanting to laugh but agreeing. Okay, but this hammer weighs 600 pounds. Can you lift it? Xing Tian replied. Let us give it a try. I've never lifted 600 pounds. Tang Zong secretly laughed, wanting to see him make a fool of himself, and directly tossed the Haoyan hammer to Xing Tian. Tang Zong chuckled a little. He suddenly wanted to see Xing Tian struggle to lift the Haoyan hammer, so he just threw it to him. That's right. He threw it over directly. Doluo continent, the god-slaying Doluo. Tang Zong thought Xing Tian wouldn't be able to lift the Haoyan hammer, but Xing Tian easily caught it and muttered, 600 pounds is just a bit heavy. Xing Tian tried using the Haoyan hammer, looking at a distant tree and smashing it down. Instinctively channeling his soul power, the hammer instantly crackled with lightning. Tang Zong was stunned. Why can't I control my Haoyan hammer? Xing Tian didn't care about that. And with one smash, he struck the tree, and with the lightning from the Haoyan hammer, it directly toppled a tree over 100 meters tall. But the next second, he was stunned. My soul power is running out fast. He hurriedly threw the hammer back to Tang Zong. Here you go. Tang Zong caught the hammer, felt the connection with it return, quickly retracted it, and rushed in front of Xing Tian, asking in surprise, Who exactly are you? Xing Tian was confused. I'm just me. Tang Zong insisted. How can you control my Haoyan hammer? No one can do that. Xing Tian replied. I don't know, I just picked it up and could use it. Tang Zong forced Xing Tian to reveal his weapon spirit, and upon seeing a blue-purple dragon spirit, he was even more confused. He had never seen such a dragon, and it shouldn't be able to control the Haoyan hammer. He suddenly said, Your ability is too unique. Would you like to go to a place with me? Xing Tian asked. Where? Tang Zong said respectfully, Shrek Academy. Xing Tian was shocked. Shrek was the #1 academy in the Doluo continent. Every soul master wanted to go there. Tang Zong explained. I want to take you there to understand why you can control my weapon spirit. Xing Tian said, but I still need to find cold iron and earn money for school. Tang Zong immediately said, I'll help you find cold iron and solve your school problem. After that, you come with me. Xing Tian thought for a moment and nodded in agreement. With Tang Zong's help as a soul master, the chances of finding cold iron shot up. On the way, Xing Tian asked, Tang Ge, are you a student of Shrek? Tang Zong proudly said, I'm from the Inner Academy. Only geniuses can enter the Inner Academy. He also told Xing Tian about Shrek, making Xing Tian's eyes sparkle with excitement. Eager to go. Suddenly, a low growl made Tang Zong and Xing Tian tense up. There was danger. Two massive beasts appeared, a blood-colored heavy-toothed tiger. One was 30 meters long and extremely powerful, while the other was 25 meters long and slightly weaker. They watched Tang Zong warily, completely ignoring Xing Tian. They were now cautiously staring at Tang Zong, while Xing Tian was directly overlooked. Doluo continent, the god-slaying Doluo. Tang Zong sensed the soul power and shouted, The 25-meter blood-colored heavy-toothed tiger is 20,000 years old. The 30-meter one is 30,000 years old. I guess they're the parents of that previous one. Here for revenge. Xing Tian suddenly asked, Tang Ge, can you beat them? Tang Zong swallowed. One is fine, but two is tough, especially with you as a burden. Xing Tian felt embarrassed. Am I a burden? He quickly suggested. Then let us run. Tang Zong whispered. All right, you run first, I'll scare them off with my hammer. But when he turned around, Xing Tian had already vanished. Tang Zong was dumbfounded. He runs faster than a rabbit. Is his weapon spirit a rabbit? Tang Zong didn't want to linger in battle, revealing the Haoyan hammer to smash the ground. Second soul skill, thunderous might. Several bolts of lightning struck the tigers, causing both to have their fur stand on end, paralyzed and unable to move. Tang Zong retracted the hammer and ran. 5 seconds later, the paralysis wore off, and the tigers roared angrily, chasing after him. Tang Zong's heart sank. I can't outrun them. Just as he wondered where Xing Tian had run off to, he suddenly felt a chill on his neck, sensing danger. He immediately revealed the Haoyan hammer and turned to smash it down. Bang! The 25-meter tiger was sent flying. The 30-meter tiger roared and unleashed a thunderball, and Tang Zong swung his hammer to smash it. The thunderball exploded and knocked him back several meters, leaving his hands numb. At that moment, the 25-meter tiger shot out dozens of thunderballs, and Tang Zong shouted, Chaotic cloak hammering technique. He swung the hammer quickly. The thunderballs exploded on the hammer without causing harm, and filled the hammerhead with lightning. But the lightning was too strong. He could barely hold on, and he focused on the smaller tiger. If I smash it, I'll have a chance. Tang Zong unleashed his soul power. Fifth soul skill, one hammer to settle it. His attributes increased by 10, and the Haotian hammer grew to 2 meters. He pushed off the ground and charged forward. It was too late for the 30-meter tiger to save its companion. The Haotian hammer smashed down on the smaller tiger's head. Lightning crashed down, and the surrounding area was scorched black. The smaller tiger's skull was shattered. Blood splattered everywhere. Tang Zong stood on the 2-meter Haotian hammer, coldly staring at the 30-meter tiger, which glared back with fierce red eyes. The tiger lunged at him, and Tang Zong leaped down, grabbing the Haotian hammer to swing it. However, the blood-colored heavy-toothed tiger's speed suddenly increased at that moment, avoiding Tang Zong's attack, and it gathered a massive thunderball in its mouth and threw it over Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Boom! The explosion kicked up thick smoke, and Tang Zong smashed the ground with his hammer, dispersing the dust. The blood-colored heavy-toothed tiger pounced, and Tang Zong couldn't dodge in time, getting slashed on his left shoulder, blood spraying out, and he gritted his teeth in pain. The tiger, smelling the blood, went even crazier, opening its mouth to bite Tang Zong's waist. In a critical moment, a dragon's roar exploded, freezing the tiger in place. Tang Zong seized the opportunity and shouted. Fifth soul skill, one hammer to settle it. The Haotian hammer smashed into the tiger, breaking it apart. Tang Zong sat on the ground, retracting the hammer. When Xing Tian popped out, Tanga, you're injured. Just as he was about to approach, the tiger suddenly moved. Tang Zong shouted urgently, don't come over. The tiger stood up and lunged at Xing Tian, and Tang Zong didn't have enough soul power to stop it. Xing Tian was stunned, and just as he was about to be bitten, someone shouted, second soul skill, ice prison. A white light enveloped the tiger, drastically slowing its speed. Tang Zong charged in with the Haotian hammer, smashing it down. He poured all his soul power into the attack, using the chaotic cloak hammering technique to finish it off until the tiger was completely dead and a black soul ring floated up. He looked around. Who used the soul skill? Xing Tian laughed. My sister, don't be nervous. Tang Zong lay on the ground, stunned. Sister? A girl in an ice blue dress. Shui Yao rushed into Xing Tian's arms, crying, Brother Xing Tian, you scared me to death just now. Xing Tian asked, how did you get here? Shui Yao proudly said, I broke through to become a great soul master at level 21. I followed your scent here. Xing Tian teased. ISNT that like a dog? Shui Yao bit his left hand. That hurts. Xing Tian jumped in pain, and Shui Yao pouted. It was so hard to find you. My legs felt like they were going to break. Xing Tian touched her head. A 1T let you get tired. Shui Yao nodded. Tang Zong suddenly shouted, you guys aren't real siblings, are you? I'm about to throw up from all this dog food. Xing Tian explained, we're not real siblings. Her mother took me in, so we call each other brother and sister. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. No wonder. Tang Zong got up. I'll recover my soul power first, and then absorb the soul ring. Can you protect me? Xing Tian replied, no problem. Tang Zong sat cross-legged to recover his soul power, heading towards a 2,000-year-old tiger. Although it was a higher level, he was a Shrek monster, so he wasn't afraid. He reached for the soul ring, and the small Haotian hammer shone as he began to absorb it. Meanwhile, Xing Tian and Shui Yao chatted, and Shui Yao knew Xing Tian had worked hard this month. Feeling very sorry for him, Xing Tian also learned that Shui Yao was sent to Tiando City by Xue Linglong, and she even got a certificate. It was also Xue Linglong who arranged for him to be here, and he playfully gave Shui Yao a light smack on the head. Xing Tian asked, Aunt Xue, aren't you afraid of being discovered by the title Doluo? Shui Yao waved her bracelet. Mom gave this to me. It can hide my true form. She then asked, what about Aunt Xue? She returned to the extreme north. Xing Tian saw Tang Zong's soul power increasing rapidly, feeling the pressure mounting, and sighed, why am I cultivating so slowly? He had full innate soul power, but only advanced 3 levels in 3 years. Shui Yao comforted him. Don't rush. Take your time. A few hours later, Tang Zong's soul power fluctuated wildly, sweating from his forehead and twitching his face, but soon stabilized, opening his eyes with a gleam. 3 purple and 3 black soul rings rose. He was now a soul emperor. Xing Tian shouted, Brother Tang, congratulations on breaking through to soul emperor. Tang Zong smiled. With the battle armor, I can fight as soul sage. Xing Tian was stunned and didn't dare to ask. Xing Tian urged, let us find some cold iron. Shui Yao asked, what is cold iron? Xing Tian answered, A good or for making weapons and armor. Xu Yao praised. Brother Xingtian is so amazing. Tang Zong interjected. I just learned. I can barely forge 100 times. Xingtian scratched his head. I can achieve 100 times with just 5 strikes. Tang Zong et lodet, grabbing him by the collar. 5 strikes for 100 times? Xu Yao couldn't pull him away, anxiously shouted. Let go of my brother. Tang Zong released him. Sorry. I was too surprised. Xu Yao helped Xingtian straighten his collar, glaring at Tang Zong. Xingtian reassured. Yao Yao, I'm fine. He then urged Tang Zong. Hurry up and find some cold iron. We don't have much time. Tang Zong nodded, and they began searching for cold iron. After several hours, Xu Yao, sensing nature, found a massive piece of cold iron, 5 meters in diameter, making Xingtian and Tang Zong's eyes light up. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Xingtian praised Xu Yao. Yao Yao, you're really something. You found such a big piece of cold iron. Saying this, he hugged the cold iron with his bare hands, leaving Tang Zong watching enviously. Xingtian set it down. Brother Tang, let us split in half. You can chop it. Tang Zong smiled. Brother Xingtian, I'm definitely keeping this brother. He brightened the Haotian hammer's control, striking the cold iron in half. Since he didn't have a storage soul tool, Tang Zong asked Xingtian to help carry his half. Tang Zong sighed. Brother Xingtian, you're really wealthy. What kind of soul tool do you have? Xingtian shook his head. I've never heard of it. It's not mine. Tang Zong wanted to ask further. But Xu Yao warned. Why are you asking so much? Don't have any ill intentions. Tang Zong helplessly replied. I'm just curious. Tang Zong changed the topic. Hurry up and finish. I'll take you to Shrek. I'm super curious about your special ability. Xu Yao knew Shrek was an opportunity. Smiling at Tang Zong. Let my brother go. You have to agree to conditions. Tang Zong felt a chill down his spine. Tang Zong said, your brother has already agreed. I'll help him get into school, and he'll come with me. Xu Yao firmly stated. He must enter Shrek. Tang Zong hurriedly replied. No way. Shrek has strict rules. He is only 14, and at level 14, he can't get in. Xu Yao retorted. Isn't that up to you? You're a 19-year-old soul emperor from Haotian sect. You must have connections. Tang Zong shouted. The sect doesn't allow the use of resources. I just want to know his abilities. Xu Yao reasoned. My brother can control your martial soul. That's a unique secret, letting you understand, but you have to introduce him to a title Doluo. Besides, he has twin martial souls. He will definitely become a strong fighter as he grows up. Once you seize this opportunity, Tang Zong was astonished. Twin martial souls? Can I see your other martial soul? Xingtian extended his left hand. The surroundings heated up, revealing a mini phoenix in the palm of his hand. Tang Zong's eyes widened. Dragon and Phoenix martial souls. I've never heard of that. Xingtian withdrew his martial soul, and Xu Yao asked, will you agree? Tang Zong smiled wryly. Your sister is too persuasive. I can't refuse. Xingtian asked, did you agree? Tang Zong replied, you have top-notch talent, except for your slow soul power. I'll be your recommender. Upon hearing his agreement, Xingtian and Xu Yao smiled, and Xu Yao hugged Xingtian. Grinning, brother Xingtian, I'm really great, right? Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Xingtian praised Xu Yao. Yes, very great. But he was confused. He hadn't thought about these matters. Xu Yao had thought of everything. Xingtian suggested, let us go back to Tiando City. We need to deliver the cold iron to Uncle Han. Xu Yao agreed. Okay. Tang Zong nodded. School starts in half a month. There's no rush. The three left the Sunset Forest. In the blacksmith shop, Han Xan stared at the silver wrist guard in shock. Did Xingtian forge this? The wrist guard reached 1,000 forges. He sighed. A month to achieve this is incredible. He is a genius. Xingtian called. Uncle Han, bring back the cold iron. Han Shui rushed out, seeing Xu Yao holding Xingtian's arm, and immediately slowed down, feeling uncomfortable inside. Han Shui asked, who is she? Xingtian answered, my sister Xu Yao. Han Shui followed up, cousin? Xingtian. Her mother took me in. We call each other siblings. Han Shui exploded, not real siblings. Han Xian came out confused. Who are they? Tang Zong spoke up. I'm Tang Zong, a forger, here to exchange ideas. Han Xian asked Xingtian, can you forge 1,000 times? Xingtian casually replied, I can clear impurities with 100 strikes. It seems I can. Han Xian was stunned, and Tang Zong looked at him. Not going to Shrek is a waste. Han Xian sighed, surpassing me in a month, a born forger. Xu Yao gave a thumbs up. Brother is amazing. Xingtian, Uncle Han taught me well. Han Xian waved his hand. Don't flatter me. Han Xin changed the topic. Did you get hurt in the forest? Sorry for making you run. Xing Tian replied. Don't apologize. You can't go. Shu Yao, let go. And he took out the cold iron. Han Xin's eyes widened. A storage soul tool. Seeing the towering cold iron, he was stunned. Xing Tian lifted the cold iron. Uncle Han. About 100 pounds is enough. Afraid he couldn't hold it, he carried it into the shop. Everyone followed, and Han Shui also rushed in. Han Xin entered the shop, swallowing. The cold iron is too big. Xing Tian smiled. Half for Brother Tang. Han Xin inhaled. Half. He swallowed again. You surpass me. The sword repair goes to you. Xing Tian was excited. Really? I used ordinary iron before. This is my first time repairing a weapon with cold iron. Yes, you can repair it. Uh-huh. Xing Tian nodded repeatedly. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Tang Zong stood nearby, wanting to watch Xing Tian forge. Shu Yao's gaze never left Xing Tian. Han Shui rushed to the bellows. Brother Xing Tian, I'll pull the bellows. He directly maxed out the temperature of the forging furnace. Xing Tian took a palm-sized piece of cold iron and put into the furnace, lifting the hammer to strike. Bang! With one strike, the cold iron deformed. Tang Zong squinted. The power is still limited by the tools. Then the sound of hammering continued. Han Shui was sweating profusely, but Xing Tian didn't sweat at all. The cold iron became smaller and smaller. All impurities cleared, and the surface was shiny and reflective. Xing Tian returned the cold iron to the furnace, and it took half an hour to melt into a liquid. Its hardness was incredible. He poured the liquid cold iron into the mold, and after it solidified, he continued to swing the hammer. The entire place was filled with the sound of hammering, and everyone was focused on Xing Tian. Bang! With the final strike, Xing Tian threw the large knife into the water, sizzling. After polishing, the blade gleamed coldly, splitting iron blocks in half, cutting through iron like mud. The big knife was restored. Han Xin gazed at the sword and took a deep breath. I can't match this skill. Tang Zong sighed inwardly. Xing Tian will surely surpass me in the future. With 500 strikes and 1,000 temperings of cold iron, paired with a tattered cloak, it was even more explosive. Xing Tian handed the sword to Han Xin. Uncle Han, it's done. Han Xin nodded. Better than I could do. Tang Zong leaned over. Is it finished? We should go. Xing Tian was confused. School doesn't start for another half month. Why the rush? Tang Zong shot back. The teacher is here. Don't you want to understand your own abilities? Xing Tian compromised. We'll leave tomorrow. It's getting dark. Tang Zong left, promising to come back the next day. That night, the four of them had dinner. And Xing Tian mentioned wanting to go to Shrek. Han Shui exclaimed, You're going to Shrek? Shui Yao chimed in. Big brother Tang is from Shrek. You should recommend my brother. Han Xin inhaled. That's great. Uncle congratulates you. Xing Tian waved his hand. Thank for your care, Uncle Han, and for teaching me forging. Han Xin smiled. I only know how to forge ordinary items. If you want to go far, you must find a good master. The table fell silent, and Han Shui also quieted down, hastily finishing dinner. That night, Shui Yao and Han Shui shared a room, but Han Shui couldn't concentrate on her cultivation. Suddenly, Shui Yao asked, Do you like my brother? Han Shui, feeling irritated, suddenly froze, turning to look at Shui Yao, confused. What do you mean? Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Shui Yao calmly stared at Han Shui. You like him. Your eyes can't hide it. But you don't understand him. You're still young. Forget it. Han Shui retorted. I don't like him. You do. Shui Yao directly admitted. Yes, I like him. Her gaze declared her claim. The two continued their cultivation, their soul powers clashing discreetly. The next morning, Tang Zong arrived at the blacksmith shop, and Xing Tian approached. Big brother Tang, lend me 2,000. Tang Zong's eyes widened. Damn, I'm broke. I already spent all my money on battle armor materials. Still, he reluctantly took out the money and handed it over. Xing Tian snatched it directly, and Tang Zong complained. Remember to pay me back. This is all the money I have left. Xing Tian shoved 2,000 to Han Xin. Uncle Han, thank for your care. Han Xin declined, but Xing Tian insisted and left, with Shui Yao following. As they walked away, Xing Tian called out, Uncle Han, little Yi, goodbye. The three set off for Shrek. In the blacksmith shop, Han Shui suddenly said, Dad, I want to go to Shrek. To get to Shrek City, they had to take the soul-guided train. Upon arriving at the station, Xing Tian was amazed by the train. He boarded and touched the real leather seats. Big brother Tang, this train is huge. Shui Yao laughed. Mind your image. Others are watching you. Xing Tian looked around and saw a child pointing at him. This brother is like me on my first ride. The mother hurriedly scolded. and Xing Tian awkwardly scratched his foot. Tang Zong covered his face, pretending not to know him, while Shui Yao pulled Xing Tian down to sit. Behave. The train sped up, and Xing Tian watched the scenery zooming backward, his eyes wide with astonishment. 5 hours later, they arrived at Shrek City. After getting off the train, Xing Tian was stunned. What are all these things? Some people were using projection devices, others wore headphones, and patrol drones flew in the sky. He exclaimed in shock, "What are all these?" At that moment, he suddenly realized that his small world had just been opened up. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Tang Zong explained to Xing Tian. This is a soul-guided phone, headphones, and a patrol drone. The riot control team will arrive in seconds. Soul-guided devices are tested here before being dispatched. Xing Tian understood. No wonder there is none in Tiando City. Tang Zong dialed a number, and a loud male voice with the sound of iron striking came from the other end. "Who is it?" Tang Zong shouted. "Teacher, it's me." The other side asked, "What's the matter?" Tang Zong helplessly replied, "Did you forget about the special abilities I mentioned yesterday?" The other side was stunned. "Oh. Bring him to my studio." Tang Zong hung up. "Let's go. My teacher is an 89th level Soul Doluo and also an 8th level Blacksmith Soul Master." Xing Tian was confused. There are a level for blacksmiths? What is a Soul Master? Tang Zong explained. Blacksmiths are divided into 9 levels. Levels 1 to 2 are blacksmiths, 3 to 4 are masters, 5 to 6 are grandmasters, 7 to 8 are sacred craftsmen, and level 9 is a divine craftsman who can create divine artifacts. Soul Masters create soul-guided devices, and the levels are the same. Xing Tian listened, itching to try it out. The three took a soul-guided car to Shrek, and after getting off, Tang Zong sighed. This is great. Even the air feels explosive. Xing Tian nodded, sensing the strong vitality around them. Tang Zong flashed his student ID to enter. When Xing Tian stepped through the door, the trident statue of the academy flickered with golden light and vanished in an instant. The academy was peaceful before classes started, and Tang Zong led them to the workshop, which was cluttered and dirty. Shui Yao frowned. It's too messy. Tang Zong felt embarrassed. My teacher forgets everything when he works. Shui Yao said to Xing Tian, Brother, don't learn from him. Xing Tian chuckled. Sure. As they went further in, they saw a middle-aged man with disheveled hair fiddling with things, and Tang Zong hushed him. When the middle-aged man connected a red wire, there was a loud bang. Xing Tian and Shui Yao jumped back, while Tang Zong shielded them with his soul power. The middle-aged man's face was blackened, and he was spewing white smoke. Tang Zong asked, Is the teacher okay? The middle-aged man looked over. Tang Zong is here, and he used soul power to clear his face. Tang Zong turned around to introduce. This is my teacher, Shifeng. Seeing his teacher like this, Tang Zong knew he was fine and turned back to introduce Xing Tian and Shui Yao. This is my teacher, Shifeng, Doluo continent, the god-slaying Doluo. Xing Tian and Shui Yao immediately shouted, Hello, teacher Shi. Shifeng nodded, examining them. Who can use Tang Zong's Haoyan hammer? Xing Tian stepped forward. Teacher Shi, it's me. Shifeng frowned. Your soul power level is indeed low. He then asked, You have a dual martial soul of dragon and phoenix? Xing Tian nodded, and Shifeng said, Show me. Xing Tian released his martial soul, and the workshop became stuffy and hot. Shifeng said, Put it away. Then Shifeng released his martial soul. A killing intent enveloped the entire area, followed by an 80-centimeter red axe. Tang Zong and Shui Yao felt uncomfortable under the killing intent, but Xing Tian was extremely excited, as if he was born for this. Shifeng handed over the axe. Try to see if you can use it. Tang Zong hurriedly said, Teacher, don't joke. He can't handle this killing intent. Shui Yao was also worried, but Xing Tian shook his head. I'll get a try. He took the battle axe, and the killing intent surged. Shifeng watched closely, but Xing Tian not only felt fine, he was even more excited, his blood boiling. Suddenly, Shifeng exclaimed, The connection with the battle axe is about to break. Tang Zong understood immediately. The martial soul is about to disconnect. Kill! Xing Tian suddenly roared, and the battle axe glowed red. Shifeng and Tang Zong were stunned. In the next moment, Xing Tian raised the axe, summoned his dragon martial soul, infused soul power, and roared a dragon's roar, striking the wall with one swing. Boom! The wall was directly shattered. Shifeng was dumbfounded. The workshop had withstood countless explosions, but was smashed today by a single axe. The battle axe fell, and Xing Tian staggered, with Shui Yao supporting him. Are you okay? Xing Tian replied, My soul power is drained. Feng retrieved the battle axe, astonished. This ability is incredible. You can use your weapon Martial Soul without restrictions. I'll contact the dean. He then said to Tang Zong, you arrange for him to rest. Whether he stays or leaves, we'll decide in a meeting. After saying that, he vanished. Tang Zong asked Shui Yao, is he okay? Shui Yao replied, he just needs to recover. Tang Zong stood guard nearby. In the Shrek Sea God Island Conference Hall, there were only 4 people. The vice president of the Inner Academy, Li Bai, was wearing a white robe, drinking alone. Not far from him was the Outer Academy Dean, Shui Wu. Beside him was the Outer Academy Dean, Shui Wu, Doluo Continent, the god-slaying Doluo. Shui Wu had an incredible figure, long hair tied in a single ponytail, and her clothing barely covered her private parts, holding a white fan lightly. There were also twins, one in a black suit, Long Bai, calm and composed, was the Inner Academy Dean. The other in a white suit, Long Hei, casual, was the Outer Academy Vice President. All 4 were high-ranking officials of the Academy. All Super Duos above level 95. When Feng entered, all 4 gazes swept over, and he shrank his head. Shui Wu exploded in anger. You come looking for us before school starts? If not, I'll beat you up. Feng hurriedly said, there's something big. I guarantee you'll be shocked. Blood Dance slammed the table. Hurry up and say it. Don't dawdle. Feng said, my student brought someone, they have twin martial souls. Everyone except Li Bai exclaimed, a dragon and a phoenix. Top-tier beast martial souls. Feng added, but he's only level 14 at 14 years old. Blood Dance shouted, impossible. A twin martial soul wouldn't be like this even if it was slow. Feng teased, Blood Dance, are you getting restless? Long Bai said sternly, say it all at once. Otherwise, if Blood Dance hits you, I won't intervene. Feng quickly said, he can use human weapon martial souls. He can also sever the connection between a person and their martial soul. He pulled out a soul guide projector and played a video. Xingtian swung a battle axe at a wall. Even Li Bai looked up. Feng explained, when he took my battle axe, I lost contact with my martial soul. The gap in strength is probably huge. After a moment of silence, Li Bai spoke, this kid is good. Let him come to the academy for observation. Long Bai nodded, and Long Hei and Blood Dance agreed. Long Bai added, his ability is special. We need to keep it a secret. He also needs to choose a master from among us. Blood Dance volunteered. I'll do it. You old guys aren't as meticulous as I am. Long Hei laughed. You, with your bad temper, are meticulous? Blood Dance exploded, stepping on the table to reveal her thigh. Everyone widened their eyes. Long Hei, if you want to fight, I'm ready. Ahem. Long Bai lightly coughed. Mind your image. This is the Sea God Pavilion. Doluo Continent. The god-slaying Blood Dance retracted her leg and looked at Long Bai. His Phoenix martial soul shares the same fire attribute as mine. I can teach him, right? Long Hei interjected. His dragon martial soul is more compatible with me. I'm more suitable to teach. Blood Dance gritted her teeth. Are you looking for trouble on purpose? I wanted him first. Long Hei countered. His dragon martial soul is more compatible with me. There's no one better than me. Blood Dance exploded with energy. I've never taken on a disciple. This person must be my direct disciple. If you try to take him, it'll be to the death. Feng was sweating profusely. The atmosphere was too intimidating. Long Bai slammed the table and shouted, leave it to Blood Dance. Don't rush to take a direct disciple. His soul power grows slowly. Who knows what the future holds? Long Hei fell silent. Slow soul power, no matter how strong the ability, it's useless. I won't compete anymore. Blood Dance smugly said, good disciples are all being taken by you. I can teach this kid. He's definitely my direct disciple. She grabbed Feng and left. Take me to see my disciple. They disappeared in an instant. In the conference hall, Long Bai glared at Long Hei. Why provoke Blood Dance? Even if the martial soul is good, the soul power is low, and you still want to take him. Long Hei mumbled. Didn't you take a disciple before? Li Bai tipsy said, why fight over a disciple? Is one person not free? He left after drinking. In the studio, Xingtian's soul power had recovered significantly, and even increased a bit. Shui Yao leaned over. Brother Xingtian, are you okay? Xingtian nodded. Suddenly, a terrifying aura approached, and 2 figures appeared. Tang Zong saw Blood Dance and immediately called out, Dean. Blood Dance asked Xingtian, what is your name? Xingtian, from today on, you are my direct disciple. Xingtian was stunned, and Shui Yao pushed him. Quickly pay your respects. Xingtian knelt down and knocked his head 3 times. Disciple pays respect to master. Blood Dance smiled and turned to Shui Yao. Level 23, Great Soul Master, how old are you? What is your martial soul? Shui Yao replied. 12 years old, ice goddess. She released her martial soul, and Blood Dance was shocked. Ultimate ice. Super rare. Are you willing to join Shrek? Shui Yao was confused. Can a level 23 do it? Blood Dance smiled. I'm the dean of the Outer Academy. If I say it's okay, it's okay. With this talent, at 12 years old, you'll definitely reach level 25 by age 15. Shui Yao immediately agreed. I'm willing. After saying that, she hugged Xingtian excitedly. Hee, brother Xingtian, I'm in too. That way we 1T be separated. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo Xingtian affectionately ruffled Shui Yao's hair and asked Blood Dance. Master, I'm only level 14 at 14 years old. Why did you accept me? Blood Dance replied. Because you have a dragon and phoenix martial soul and special abilities. She looked at Xingtian. You're good-looking enough. Even if your strength is lacking, it's not a loss. Blood Dance said. I'm making an exception for you to enter Shrek. Study hard. Xingtian nodded. I'm super curious about Shrek. Blood Dance. You can stay at my place before school starts. A 3-bedroom apartment is enough. After greeting Shifeng, she took the two away. Xingtian suddenly took out a piece of high-cold iron and placed it in front of Tang's zone. Brother Tang, I owe you a favor. I'll repay it later. Tang's zone. No need to be polite. Xingtian laughed. See you. He left with Blood Dance. When it got to Blood Dance's home, she sat on the sofa. Clean up the empty room yourself and order takeout for dinner. Xingtian was confused. What is takeout? Shui Yao quickly replied. Okay, Dean. Blood Dance waved. Xingtian, come here. Release your phoenix martial soul. Xingtian complied, and the temperature soared. Blood Dance was shocked. The fire inside me was suppressed. It's ultimate fire. Xingtian was puzzled. What is ultimate fire? Blood Dance, the king of fire attributes. Immune to fire attacks. A martial soul of the same level can't harm you. She laughed. You two siblings are explosive. One has ultimate ice, and the other has ultimate fire. Xingtian proudly said, of course. Blood Dance poured cold water. But your soul power is so low. How many years for your first soul ring? Xingtian, 100 years. He raised his right hand, and a yellow soul ring appeared. Blood Dance frowned. A twin martial soul with this soul ring is too wasteful. She asked, does the Phoenix martial soul have a soul ring? Xingtian nodded, and Blood Dance facepalmed. It must also be lacking. She suspected she had chosen the wrong person. Xingtian hesitated for a long time. Master, my soul ring ISNT 100 years. Shui Yao gasped and grabbed him. What are you doing? Xingtian told her to calm down. Blood Dance frowned. If it's not 100 years, then what is it? Xingtian replied. 3,000 years. He released his martial soul, and the yellow soul ring turned purple. He then released the Phoenix martial soul, and 2 purple soul rings spun beneath his feet. He released the Phoenix martial soul again, and both martial souls appeared simultaneously, with the Phoenix martial soul also having a purple soul ring, the 2 purple soul rings slowly rotating beneath him. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Daw, the purple soul rings made the room appear eerie. The 3 were left only with their breathing sounds. Xingtian suddenly said, I can use both martial souls simultaneously. Blood Dance's mind exploded. Using twin martial souls at the same time is a hard rule. And 2 3,000-year soul rings? The 3rd ring should be absorbed, but he already has it as his first ring. Blood Dance sat on the sofa. I need to calm down. Xingtian retracted his martial soul. The dragon martial soul has 2 soul skills. Dragon Roar stuns at the same level for 3 seconds. And Divine Dragon Claw ignores defense to deal true damage. Dragon scales appeared on his hands. Blood Dance's voice became hoarse. 2 soul skills from a 3,000-year soul ring? What about the Phoenix martial soul? Xingtian spread his fire wings. Phoenix soars 9 heavens. Activate fire wings for 1 minute. Plus the Phoenix True Eye. His left eye glowed with flames. The Phoenix True Eye can stun for 1 second regardless of level, and also has night vision. Blood Dance was stunned. Another 2 soul skills? Can it really ignore levels? Xingtian directly activated the True Eye on her. And then he became dazed and fell onto the sofa. Shui Yao rushed over to hug him. Brother Xingtian, what is wrong? Blood Dance felt his forehead, and when she sensed his soul power, she was shocked. This soul power ISNT what a level 14 should have. She breathed a sigh of relief. Just his mental energy is drained. He just needs a break. Blood Dance felt a chill down her back. Even her super Doluo was caught off guard. That second of dizziness was too fierce. In a level fight, Xingtian can stun her in an instant, directly shattering her. She stared at Xingtian. This is a huge profit. She understood. Xingtian's talent is exceptionally high. and his soul power capacity is large, which is why it grows slowly. She immediately dialed, "Chef Hai, bring a top-tier package." The other side said, "Just one portion." It was ordered by Long Bai. Blood Dance frowned. "Is this intentional?" She said, "Deliver it to me. I'll handle Long Bai." After hanging up, she called Long Bai, who was waiting for the package, and Blood Dance directly said, "I want the package you ordered." Long Bai was anxious. "I ordered it first." "Why?" Blood Dance firmly responded, "Are you giving it or not?" Long Bai no. Blood Dance threatened, "Fine. I'll tell Sister Chiyoyue about that matter." "Okay, wait for me. I'll tell Sister Chiyoyue about that matter soon." Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. "Wait," Long Bai shouted anxiously. "I suddenly lost my appetite." "The meal is on you." Blood Dance smirked. "All right. You tell Chef Hai. I'll wait at home." After hanging up, he laughed loudly. "Does Long Bai dare to compete with me?" Seeking death. Turning around, he saw Shui Yao staring at him. Blood Dance awkwardly coughed, and Shui Yao quickly said, "I didn't hear anything." The atmosphere became even more awkward. Blood Dance changed the topic. "What is your soul ring?" Shui Yao raised 2 purple rings. 1,000 years. Blood Dance was shocked. Both kids have super extreme soul absorption rings. He asked again, "Aren't you and Xing Tian siblings?" Shui Yao, "My mom took him in." Blood Dance had just said Xing Tian was an orphan, and Shui Yao shushed. "Don't let him hear. He has cried many times behind your back." Blood Dance quickly responded. Half an hour later, Chef Hai knocked on the door to deliver the meal, and seeing Xing Tian and Shui Yao, he was puzzled. "Why are there 2 kids?" Blood Dance, "The boy is my direct disciple, and the girl is his sister." Chef Hai was stunned. "You accepted a disciple too?" In a panic, he ran away. Xing Tian woke up and rubbed his head. "Why does my head hurt?" Shui Yao happily said, "You're awake." Blood Dance explained. The True Eye's mental force couldn't keep up. He shouted for the 2 to have dinner, lifting the lid. The aroma filled the room. Xing Tian inhaled sharply. "So fragrant. Is it fish?" Blood Dance, "Deep-sea magic fish is highly nourishing. You guys eat." Xing Tian let his master eat first. Blood Dance, "It's useless for me." Xing Tian immediately picked up his chopsticks. "Yao Yao, hurry and eat. It's super delicious." The 2 were wildly enjoying. Shui Yao felt full after just a bit, and her whole body felt hot. Blood Dance shouted urgently. Soul urging power turns into energy. Xing Tian was confused. Blood Dance, "This is a 500,000-year magic fish. The energy is immense. Hurry up and eat. It all turns into soul power." "Oh." Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Xing Tian continued to show off, finishing the deep-sea magic fish in just over 10 minutes. After burping loudly, he looked satisfied, and Blood Dance quickly asked, "What does it feel like?" Xing Tian shook his head. "Just that my spirit feels better." Blood Dance grinned. "Can you still eat?" Xing Tian, "I should be able to." Blood Dance grabbed him and teleported to the cafeteria, shouting, "Chef Hai, bring out all the high-grade ingredients." Chef Hai ran over. "Isn't the 500,000-year magic fish enough?" Blood Dance glared. "I'll pay. Hurry up." Chef Hai immediately went to prepare the dishes. Blood Dance told Xing Tian, "Eat as much as you can. If you overeat, I'm here." The dishes were served, and Xing Tian directly grabbed them with his hands, leaving everyone dumbfounded. Chef Hai leaned over. "Are you trying to feed him to death?" Blood Dance kicked him. "Keep serving." After finishing all the dishes, Xing Tian burped again. Chef Hai complained, "This guy can really eat." He brought nearly 1,000 plates, all of which were eaten by Xing Tian. Xing Tian wiped his mouth. "I think I'm a bit full." Blood Dance facepalmed. "Still not full?" Only then did I realize I raised a glutton. He asked Chef Hai, and Chef Hai replied, "There are no more high-grade ingredients. They will arrive tomorrow." Blood Dance tossed him a gold card. "This is his meal money. Feed him to his heart's content." After Chef Hai left, Xing Tian muttered, "It's like feeding a pig." Blood Dance glared at him. "Eating so much without increasing soul power. Where's the energy?" Xing Tian, "Just that my spirit is getting better and better." Blood Dance was shocked. "Mental power?" Pointing at his forehead, after checking, it exploded. "You've reached the upper level of the Spirit Sea realm. All the energy has turned into mental power?" Xing Tian was confused. "What is the Spirit Sea realm?" Blood Dance, "Mental power is divided into 6 realms. Spirit origin, spirit communication, spirit sea, spirit abyss, spirit domain, and divine origin. You are now in the 3rd realm. It's amazing." Xing Tian sighed. "What is the use of strong mental power? Soul power is still slow." Blood Dance, "Strong mental power is great. After level 20, you can absorb stronger soul rings." At this point, Blood Dance didn't continue. as this kid's first soul ring was 3,000 years. Using mental power to measure the absorption strength was simply a joke. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Blood Dance opened a soul power soundproof barrier and asked, "How did you absorb the 3,000-year soul ring?" "You couldn't handle it." Xing Tian scratched his head. "I can't remember clearly. I lost my memory 3 years ago, and Aunt Shui took me in." Blood Dance didn't care. "You're my disciple. The stronger, the better." He grabbed him and teleported to a super large lake, surrounded by dense forest. The lake water was clear, and the energy was explosive. Xing Tian was amazed. "Master, the energy here is strong. I want to increase my soul power," pointing to a big tree in the distance. "That one is even more explosive." Blood Dance laughed. "That's the eternal tree, the life energy of Doluo." Blood Dance said, "You'll cultivate here until school starts." Xing Tian was confused. "This is the Sea God Lake?" Blood Dance raised an eyebrow. "What else?" "The eternal tree is here." Xing Tian gasped. "I've heard of the Sea God's fate." Blood Dance instructed, "Practice here and go to the cafeteria at mealtime." After saying that, he disappeared. Xing Tian was confused. He didn't say the way to the cafeteria. He could only sit cross-legged by the lake to cultivate. As night fell and the cold wind blew, Xing Tian wasn't afraid. He had endured the extreme north without a shirt. The next day, Blood Dance came to show him the way and required him to read for 2 hours every day. From then on, Xing Tian's routine was eating, cultivating, reading. A month later, Xing Tian suddenly opened his eyes. Breakthrough. Soul power at level 18, mental power at mid-level of the spirit sea realm. Blood Dance appeared, bringing a rose fragrance. Wearing a red low-cut dress and high red heels, so tall that Xing Tian had to look up. Xing Tian praised, "Master, you're super beautiful." Blood Dance smiled, feeling his soul power, and smiled even brighter. Those who knew her were shocked. The violent female demon actually smiled. Blood Dance said, "Once you reach level 20, I'll take you to get a super explosive soul ring." Saying that, she felt pain. "How much money and ingredients did I spend this month to level up by 4 levels? Xing Tian's appetite was getting bigger and bigger. Even a high-energy food couldn't fill him up, and Blood Dance suspected. Did I raise a big eater? As Blood Dance said this, she felt inexplicably pained. As this past month, he had no idea how many high-grade ingredients he had eaten and how much money he had spent to help him break through 4 levels. But that wasn't the main point. Anything that could be solved with money was not a problem. It was just that as time passed, Xing Tian's appetite was growing. And even the high-energy food she brought him couldn't fill his stomach, which made Blood Dance suspect that she had created a big eater. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Xing Tian didn't answer Blood Dance. Aunt Shui said he had to return to the extreme north to break through at level 20. But he couldn't understand why he had to go back there. He could only wait until level 20 to ask. Blood Dance changed the topic. "School starts today. The academy has 10 exams that you must pass to enroll." Xing Tian was confused. "What are the 10 exams?" Blood Dance. 10 subjects, a total score of 100. Passing is 90. If you fail 2 subjects, you'll be eliminated. Xing Tian was shocked. "So strict?" Blood Dance rolled his eyes at him. "Do you think Shrek is easy to enter?" Xing Tian understood immediately. "That's true." Blood Dance laughed. "Let us go find your sister. She misses you every day." Xing Tian also smiled. "I miss her too." Soon they arrived at the residence, where Shui Yao was. 2 ponytails, light blue shirt, blue skirt, paired with white stockings and black shoes, looking super pure. Seeing Xing Tian, she directly pounced on him, and the scent of violet wafted over. Xing Tian sniffed a bit. "Brother Xing Tian, you're back." Shui Yao rubbed against his chest. "And Xing Tian, Master is still here." Shui Yao stuck out her tongue and stepped back. Blood Dance threw him clothes. "Change." Xing Tian was confused. Shui Yao added, "You didn't wash much. We think you're dirty." Xing Tian's face stiffened. He sniffed and indeed smelled a bit. Shui Yao pushed him into the bathroom. "Hurry up and wash. After washing, sign up." Xing Tian finished showering, using his fire martial soul to dry off, wearing the jade pendant ring again, and came out in new clothes. With the mist cleared, Xing Tian looked super spirited. A white shirt paired with a blue jacket, blue pants, an open collar with messy hair, exuding arrogance. Shui Yao helped him tidy up. "I picked this outfit. Do you like it?" Xing Tian grinned. "I like it." Blood Dance. "To sign up, to say your name, I'll pay for the tuition." Xing Tian agreed. Knowing Master's generosity, he thought about repaying her in the future. The two walked towards the registration place. Their looks stunning, attracting the attention of passersby. The blue clothes look like couple outfits, and Shui Yao is linking arms with him, while the single dog has a broken heart. Shui Yao, there are so many people today. Xing Tian, it's the start of school, it's normal. As they chatted, they arrived at the registration area, where a long queue had already formed, with some people accompanied by their parents. Doluo continent, the god-slaying Doluo. Xing Tian took Shui Yao to the end of the queue, and in a few minutes he spotted Tang Zong. Xing Tian shouted, "Brother Tang." Tang Zong smiled and walked over. "Little brother Xing, here for registration? I'm the person in charge and the examiner." The new students wanted a curry favor, but Tang Zong shouted, "Move. I'll take you to register." Xing Tian was confused. "Isn't it bad to cut in line?" Tang Zong scoffed. "Shrek relies on strength and connections. If you can't handle it, don't come." The people behind them turned green with envy. At the registration desk, Tang Zong shouted to the skinny Zhou Wan, "Register these two first." Zhou Wan smiled and asked, "Who opened the green channel?" Tang Zong glared, "Mind your own business. Hurry up." Zhou Wan had just asked for their names when the students behind erupted. "Why do they get to register first?" Dan Zhong Sa. 3 purple and 3 black soul rings rose. "What do you mean by why?" The hecklers stuttered. Soul Emperor." Tang Zong's aura spread, stirring up dust, and the whole queue retreated. The new students trembled, and the parents were worried. Tang Zong said, "Shrek relies on strength. If you can't handle it, be honest." After collecting the soul rings, Zhou Wan entered their names and glared. "Tuition has been paid. Direct assessment? Xing Tian. It should be my master who arranged it." After receiving the form, Tang Zong told them to rest, and after about 10 minutes, a 200-pound chubby boy came in, dressed luxuriously and wearing a gold chain. He shouted at Shui Yao, "Little girl, be my girlfriend." Shui Yao leaned toward Xing Tian, and the chubby boy glared at Xing Tian. "Get lost." Xing Tian raised his eyes, his heterochromatic pupils flashing with cold light. The chubby boy felt a chill down his back, but still shouted, "Get away." Xing Tian pushed Shui Yao's hand away and stood up. "Say that again." The chubby boy, hearing the tone from Xing Tian, immediately felt displeased and said again, "I let you." Doluo continent, the god-slaying Doluo. Before the chubby boy could finish, Xing Tian kicked him away. He flew 10 meters, rolling over 20 meters. Everyone around looked dumbfounded, opening their mouths, but not daring to make sound. The chubby boy coughed up blood and pointed at Xing Tian. "You dared hit me." Xing Tian looked down at him, exuding a domineering aura that made the chubby boy tremble. The chubby boy got up, furious, summoned his dark dragon martial spirit, and rose 2 purple rings. He was a great soul master. Shui Yao wanted to step in, but Xing Tian stopped her. "I'll handle it." A yellow ring rose under his feet, and everyone was stunned. A soul master against a great soul master? The chubby boy laughed wildly. 100-year soul ring. Trash. Xing Tian smirked. "Who got kicked away for over 20 meters? The chubby boy's face darkened. "You're looking for trouble." He rushed over, moving so fast that he left afterimages, making the onlookers blind. Xing Tian remained still, summoning his blue-purple dragon martial spirit. He roared. A dragon's roar erupted, and everyone covered their ears, while the chubby boy was directly stunned. He was dazed. Xing Tian's soul power surged to level 18, with a stun radius of 50 meters. 3 seconds later, the chubby boy woke up, his martial spirit almost leaving his body, terrified. Xing Tian grabbed him by the collar, easily lifting over 200 pounds. "Apologize or get beaten into amnesia." The chubby boy shouted. "I'm a great soul master. I'm not afraid." "All right." Xing Tian slammed him down, shattering the ground. The chubby boy got up, looking miserable, and shouted, "First soul skill, Crazy Claw." He clawed at Xing Tian, ripping Shui Yao's picked outfit and exposing his chest muscles. Xing Tian was furious. "Compare claws?" First soul skill, Divine Dragon Claw. Dragon scales floated on his hand as he clawed forward, and the chubby boy quickly dodged, but Xing Tian smashed down, creating a big pit. The chubby boy shouted, "What the hell? Are you a fake soul master? So strong." However, Xing Tian did not explain, and with a turn, he clawed horizontally. After witnessing the power of Xing Tian's claw, would the chubby boy dare to take it head-on? Of course not. He panicked and ran away. Doluo continent, the god-slaying Doluo. As the chubby boy tried to escape, Xing Tian immediately opened his Phoenix True Eye. The chubby boy caught sight of the eye and fainted on the spot. Xing Tian's soul power surged, preparing to crush him in one blow. "Little brother Xing, stop!" Tang Zong shouted urgently, but Xing Tian couldn't stop, his claw heading straight for the chubby boy's head. Suddenly, a surge of soul power wrapped around the chubby boy. sending Xing Tian flying. Brother Xing, Shui Yao exclaimed as she rushed over. Shui Yao helped him up. Are you okay? Xing Tian shook his head and looked at the chubby boy. Standing beside him was a strong man in his 30s or 40s, looking very imposing. Tang Zong approached and respectfully called, Teacher's son. Sun Tian nodded, glaring at Xing Tian. You were full of killing intent just now. Why did you want to kill him? Tang Zong explained. This is Teacher's son, an 82-level assault system. Xing Tian immediately bowed. Hello, Teacher's son. Sun Tian was about to explain when Xing Tian said, He teased my sister and ripped her outfit. I just wanted to beat him up. I had no killing intent. Who knew this great soul master was so weak that he couldn't even beat a soul master? Tang Zong burst out laughing, and Sun Tian glared. What are you laughing at? Tang Zong stifled his laughter. A great soul master can't beat a soul master. That's too funny. Sun Tian shouted at the chubby boy waist. Pack your things and get lost. The chubby boy panicked. I didn't go all out. If we fight again, I'll definitely crush him. He shouted at Xing Tian. If you have the guts, let's have a one-on-one. If you win, I'll leave. Sun Tian asked Xing Tian. Are you willing? Xing Tian replied firmly. I am willing. Sun Tian took them both to the arena, where only Shui Yao and Tang Zong were in the audience. Sun Tian stood in the middle. Show your martial spirits. The chubby boy summoned his dark dragon and rose purple rings. Tall dragon. Level 25 agile attack system. Xing Tian was stunned. This chubby physique matched with agile attack system was too awkward. He summoned his blue-purple dragon, rising with a yellow ring. Xing Tian. Level 18 assault system. Being 7 levels lower should have been a sure win, but the tall dragon insisted on fighting, and the outcome was uncertain. Sun Tian saw they were ready and shouted, The match begins. Xing Tian rushed indirectly. He had to take the initiative and not give the tall dragon any chance. Sun Tian sat down to watch the match, and just as he settled in, Shui Wu in a red dress appeared beside him. Doluo continent. The god-slaying Doluo. Shui Wu glanced at the arena and sat down with her legs crossed. Sun Tian stared at her beautiful legs, but didn't dare to look too much. Shui Wu was the Academy's female dinosaur, her strength far beyond his, and looking at her was like seeking death. Sun Tian flattered. Why is the dean here? Shui Wu glanced at him without responding, focusing on the arena. Sun Tian awkwardly smiled and watched as well. Xing Tian's fists attacked quickly, leaving the tall dragon only able to defend. Sun Tian clicked his tongue. Xing Tian's power exploded. He was suppressing him without using soul power, making it impossible for him to counterattack. Shui Wu smirked. How could her own disciple be weak? The tall dragon cursed inwardly, opening his martial spirit and shouting. Second soul skill. Shadow clone. 5 clones appeared, and Xing Tian couldn't distinguish them. First soul skill, dragon roar. Xing Tian roared angrily, and the tall dragon was stunned, with the clones gone. Xing Tian rushed over with a claw, sending the tall dragon flying out, leaving 5 new wounds on his body. Sun Tian frowned. How could he use 2 soul skills? Suddenly, Shui Wu stood up and shouted. Xing Tian, stop. Seeing his master, Xing Tian immediately halted. Sun Tian jumped up in shock. What the hell? Xing Tian is your disciple? We're doomed. After the tall dragon woke up, he shouted in pain, and Xing Tian said, I didn't go all out. You're fine? The tall dragon still wanted to fight, but Sun Tian stopped him. The one-on-one is over. The tall dragon anxiously asked who won, and Sun Tian looked at Shui Wu. Shui Wu said, If you fight again, you will definitely lose. The tall dragon roared, Impossible. How could I, a great soul master, lose? Sun Tian clarified the bet, and Shui Wu was relieved. His temperament was poor, but his martial spirit was decent. Shui Wu asked, Are you called Tall Dragon? The tall dragon quickly replied, Yes, teacher. Shui Wu said, The bet doesn't count. Registration is over. Go for the assessment, and only if you pass will you be considered student. Looking at Xing Tian, no objections, right? Xing Tian replied, All at the master's discretion. The tall dragon was stunned. Are they master and disciple? An 18-level student could enter Shrek. He was a genius. Losing wasn't unjust. Blood Dance said to Xing Tian, Prepare for the assessment. To Sun Tianyi, she said, Come with me. Sun Tianyi swallowed hard. Feeling a chill, women find fault without reason. As Xing Tian stepped down, Shui Yao rushed over and shouted, Brother Xing Tian, you're amazing. That fat guy is no match for you. Just average. I'm not as good as you, Xing Tian replied. Hee, Brother Xing Tian, don't praise me too much, or I'll get proud. Xing Tian pinched Shui Yao's cute nose and said, All right. Tang Zong came over and said, "The assessment is about to start. I'll take you there." Xing Tian thanked him. "Thank you, Brother Tang." Tang Zong smiled. "I'm in charge, it's on the way." Gao Dalong came down in surprise. "Aren't you a student?" Xing Tian was confused. "Who said I am?" Gao Dalong was at a loss for words, grinning. "Then let's go together." Xing Tian took Shui Yao and walked with Tang Zong, while Gao Dalong followed, chattering nonstop. Xing Tian got annoyed, and only when Tang Zong spoke did he quiet down. Upon reaching the playground, thousands of people gathered. Shrek was going to eliminate 90%. Tang Zong said, "You go to the playground first, wait for the teachers to gather." Xing Tian took Shui Yao over, with Gao Dalong still tailing them. Shui Yao turned around and shouted, "Fatty, why are you following us?" Gao Dalong awkwardly laughed. "It's on the way." Shui Yao snorted coldly. "If you follow us again, I'll make you a pig's head." She found a place with Xing Tian, while Gao Dalong followed from a distance. A few minutes later, someone shouted, "Candidates, line up and gather." Xing Tian and Shui Yao exchanged glances. This voice sounds familiar. Thousands lined up, and 6 figures appeared in the stands. Xing Tian was taken aback. Tang Zong and Sun Tianyi were up there, and Sun Tianyi's face was swollen. Tang Zong held back laughter and asked, "Teacher, why is your face swollen?" Sun Tianyi glared. "Do you know the relationship between Xing Tian and the dean? Why didn't you say it earlier?" "The dean protects his own." Tang Zong quickly changed the subject. "The candidates are watching. Hurry and announce the assessment." Sun Tianyi cleared his throat. "Welcome to Shrek. I am in charge of the assessment. You were originally geniuses, but here, only monsters can stand." The candidates immediately straightened their chests, all wanting to be monsters. Sun Tianyi continued, "The first assessment. Enter the simulation room and fight a 10,000-year soul beast. Losers will be eliminated. Senior students will take you there." Thousands were divided into 5 groups, with Xing Tian, Shui Yao, and Tang Zong in one group. As they were about to reach the place, Tang Zong's voice reached Xing Tian's ears. "Remember, as soon as you enter the simulation room, you and Shui Yao must immediately unleash your martial souls, as soul beasts may appear at any time. Be careful." Xing Tian was momentarily stunned, and when he turned, Tang Zong was gone. They had already arrived at the simulation room, a super wide space that could hold thousands. Suddenly, the entire place went dark. Xing Tian shouted anxiously, "Yao Yao, unleash your martial soul." Shui Yao complied, and a girl wearing a crown appeared behind her as her martial soul. Xing Tian summoned his martial soul, and his soul ring emitted a faint light, turning white to serve as a lamp. He tightly held Shui Yao's hand. "Hold on tight. Don't let go." Shui Yao obediently agreed. Around them, there were screams as a soul beast pounced, but Xing Tian kicked it away. For the next 5 or 6 minutes, the two of them worked together to defeat many soul beasts, and suddenly the simulation room lit up. All the participants had not moved. Sun Tianyi shouted, "In the first round, 4,000 are eliminated. Those without names leave." The unnamed candidates all wilted, and those who remained were confused. Wasn't it a fight against 10,000-year soul beasts? Xing Tian finally understood. That was a simulated world. This technology is incredible. Sun Tianyi shouted again. "Second assessment. Meditate for an hour. If you don't enter the state within 10 minutes, you will be eliminated." Just a minute into meditation, a harsh noise erupted and then disappeared. The candidates cursed. "What the hell? My ears are going deaf." Xing Tian understood immediately. The academy was testing their willpower with noise. But he wasn't afraid. He had meditated for a month at Sea God Lake and could enter deep meditation at any time. He closed his eyes, circulating his soul power. The dragon and phoenix jade pendant on his chest glowed faintly, absorbing the surrounding soul power. Shui Yao, aided by the jade pendant, quickly entered the state. A chubby figure approached and sat down, surprisingly meditating alongside them. The noise fluctuated in intensity, and with soul power interference, many candidates left before the 10 minutes were up. In the room, Sun Tianyi, Tang Zong, and 4 senior students were watching the projection. One senior student mocked, "This year's candidates are too weak. They can't even handle this little interference. Are they geniuses? They're worse than useless." The others echoed in agreement. Tang Zong walked over to Sun Tianyi and asked, "Teacher, who can pass the 10 assessments?" Sun Tianyi had his hands behind his back. "You have a good idea of who can pass. Look for the ones with the most potential." Tang Zong grinned, revealing his white teeth. "As for the one with the most potential, I definitely think it's Xing Tian." Sun Tianyi looked at Xing Tian, pondering. His soul power is so low. Why did the dean take him as a direct disciple? Tang Zong played dumb. Who knows? He wouldn't reveal that Xing Tian had 2 top-level martial souls. Suddenly, Sun Tianyi exclaimed, teleporting to Xing Tian's side, and Tang Zong hurriedly followed. Tang Zong asked, "What's wrong, teacher?" Sun Tianyi said, "You feel the soul power around you." Tang Zong probed and exclaimed, "Holy crap. All the soul power is gathering towards Xing Tian." Sun Tianyi stared at Xing Tian. He has entered deep meditation. Tang Zong was confused. At this age? Are you kidding me? Sun Tianyi slapped his head. Does it look like a joke? No wonder he is the dean's disciple. Tang Zong whispered. You just complained about his low soul power. Sun Tianyi slapped him again. What do you know? He could defeat Grand Soul Masters. He must have extraordinary abilities. Tang Zong rubbed his head and complained. If he weren't the dean's disciple, would you praise him like this? Sun Tianyi suddenly sneezed. Which rascal is cursing me? Tang Zong shivered. Teacher, I'll go arrange for the eliminated candidates. Sun Tianyi nodded, staying by Xing Tian's side. An hour later, Xing Tian suddenly opened his eyes wide, jumped up, and howled to the sky. Sun Tianyi was startled. Xing Tian's soul power had broken through. Just one roar, and he leveled up? That's too demoralizing. Sun Tianyi lamented. Only 1 hour, what a pity. Xing Tian saw Sun Tianyi and hurriedly shouted. Teacher, why are you here? Sun Tianyi replied. I came to see your deep meditation. It's a pity it was only an hour. Xing Tian was stunned. Why is 1 hour a pity? I usually practice for this long. Sun Tianyi said. The longer the first deep meditation lasts, the stronger your future will be. Xing Tian suddenly realized. But this isn't my first time. Sun Tianyi was confused. When was your first time? How long ago? Xing Tian answered. Half a month ago, I practiced for 16 days. Sun Tianyi exploded. What? 16 days? Shui Yao woke up and shouted, Brother Xing Tian. Hello, teacher. Sun Tianyi nodded and turned to prepare for the next round of assessments. Shui Yao asked curiously, What is the teacher doing here? You didn't fail the assessment, did you? Xing Tian said, What are you thinking? I passed long ago. The teacher saw me meditating deeply and came to ask. Shui Yao immediately smiled. I knew it. My brother Xing Tian could never fail. Sun Tianyi suddenly shouted. Those who pass the second assessment stay. Those without names, hurry and leave. The ones who pass grouped up, with at least 3 people, given an hour. Gao Dalong immediately appeared. Need a teammate? Xing Tian face-bombed. Why are you following again? Gao Dalong laughed. To form a team. We're just enough. Shui Yao shot back. Get lost, fatso. Who wants you? Gao Dalong bowed apologetically. I was wrong before. I'm sorry. Seeing his sincerity, Xing Tian said, Forget it, it's no big deal. Gao Dalong put his arm around Xing Tian's neck. Bro, we became friends through fighting. You're the big brother. I have plenty of money. If you need anything, just find me. Xing Tian was bewildered. Can this also make you my big brother? A sweet voice interrupted. Are you still lacking people? A girl with twin tails stood there, wearing a white dress and big, cute eyes. Gao Dalong's eyes lit up as he approached, scaring the girl back. Gao Dalong said, Beautiful girl. We need you. Shui Yao kicked him away and asked the girl, What system are you? The girl replied, Support system. Do you want me? Shui Yao smiled. Exactly what we need. My name is Shui Yao, Control System, Martial Soul, Ice Sky, Snow Maiden. She linked arms with Xing Tian and introduced. This is my brother Xing Tian, Strong Attack System. Martial Soul Dragon. The girl brightened up at the sight of Xing Tian, but when she saw them linked, she shifted her gaze. Gao Dalong leaned in. I'm Gao Dalong, Agile Attack System, Martial Soul Dark Magic Dragon. He smiled lewdly, causing the girl to step back. The girl said, I'm Tong Shi, Martial Soul 9 Treasure Glazed Tile Pagoda. She summoned a crystal tower, which had 2 purple rings. Gao Dalong was confused. Why does it look so much like the 9 Treasure Glazed Tile Pagoda? Tong Shi replied, It's different. Gao Dalong pressed. Is it better than the Glazed Tile Pagoda? Tong Shi ignored him and retracted her martial soul. Gao Dalong wanted to ask more, but Shui Yao pushed him away and started chatting with Tong Shi, and soon they were calling each other sisters. Hey, do you still need people? A strong voice suddenly echoed, bringing a sense of security. Xing Tian looked over and saw a person in black clothing. The other party also looked over, and their eyes met directly. After a moment of staring, the person in black walked over. My name is Dong Xuelin, level 28 Strong Attack System. Can I join your team? Xing Tian, upon hearing level 28, readily agreed. More experts mean stability. After Xing Tian explained the team situation, Sun Tianyi shouted, All teams into the light circle. Prepare to enter the simulation world. The simulation room emitted a large light circle, and Xing Tian's team nodded at each other and walked in. As soon as they stepped in, a strong light dazzled their eyes, and when they opened them again, they were in a large forest, towering trees, blue-silver grass everywhere, and small soul beasts running around. It felt incredibly real. Xing Tian swung his fist. The power felt just like reality. Gao Dalong exclaimed, "Damn, this is the Star Do Great Forest." Xing Tian asked, "How did you know?" Gao Dalong rolled his eyes. "When I got my second soul ring, the simulation of Star Do looked just like this." Everyone immediately understood. Tongxi asked curiously, "Why are we doing this?" Suddenly, a message appeared. 10 hours to reach the designated area for assessment, with a countdown. Gao Dalong panicked. "Where do we go?" Dong Xiulin pointed into the distance. "It should be that way." Everyone looked and saw a red light pillar far away. It seemed close, but was actually far. Xing Tian said, "Let's go." Just as he took a step, Shui Yao leaned in and whispered, "Brother Xing Tian, are you directionally challenged, yet leading the way? Aren't you afraid of getting lost?" Xing Tian retorted, "I just can't tell directions. I'm not directionally challenged." Shui Yao didn't believe him and closely followed to prevent him from going the wrong way. Gao Dalong wanted to chat with Tongxi, but she hid next to Dong Xiulin. Tongxi smiled and said, "My name is Tongxi. Please take care of me later." Dong Xiulin replied expressionlessly, "Dong Xiulin, just keep walking." Tongxi was dissatisfied. "You're handsome, but too aloof." She kept asking questions, but Dong Xiulin only nodded or grunted, like a wooden figure. She was infuriated. Gao Dalong felt sour. "Why are you two together? And I'm all alone. Poor me, seeking comfort." In the observation room, Sun Tianyi and Tang Zong were staring at the screen. Tang Zong sighed. "Xing Tian has beautiful girls accompanying him in the assessment. I'm so envious." "Your mind is full of these dirty thoughts," Sun Tianyi remarked disapprovingly. Sun Tianyi checked the data of Xing Tian's team, and the lineup was explosive. 2 strong attacks, 1 control, 1 agile attack, and 1 support, far stronger than other teams. Sun Tianyi shouted, "Tang Zong, release 9,000-year soul beasts to test their level." Tang Zong was shocked. "You're starting with that? Too ruthless." Sun Tianyi glared. "What's ruthless?" "Besides Xing Tian, the others are all level 25 at the start, and Dong Xiulin is level 28. If you can't beat them, don't come to Shrek." Tang Zong was astonished. "They're that powerful? Hurry and release the soul beasts." Meanwhile, Xing Tian and his group were walking in the Star Do Great Forest. Everyone except Gao Dalong was laughing and joking. Suddenly, everyone stopped. There was a 30-meter-long purple snake in front of them, its head adorned with a purple diamond. Xing Tian instantly recognized it. Purple diamond viper. Highly poisonous. Its scales are tough. Judging by its length, it's a 9,000-year soul beast. He had been studying soul beasts every day this month, so he recognized it at a glance. Dong Xiulin frowned. "Are you sure it's 9,000 years?" Xing Tian nodded. Everyone's heads ached. 9,000 years is equivalent to a soul king. How could they, as great soul masters, fight it? The purple diamond viper assessed them and laughed. A lunch served up. It suddenly lunged at Xing Tian. Split up. Xing Tian summoned his martial soul, and the dragon's roar echoed. The purple diamond viper was stunned and halted in place. Xing Tian seized the opportunity to use the divine dragon claw, tearing off a scale, ignoring its defense. Dong Xiulin was stunned. "You're a soul master?" He stared at the yellow soul ring in disbelief. She was also shocked. "Can a soul master challenge Shrek?" Gao Dalong hurriedly chimed in. "Don't doubt my brother. His soul master can crush me." As he spoke, he summoned the dark magic dragon, revealing 2 purple rings. Dong Xiulin and she were even more dumbfounded at Gao Dalong's top-tier configuration. "Brother Xing Tian, be careful," Shui Yao shouted urgently. The purple diamond viper came back and lunged at Xing Tian, aiming to kill him first. Xing Tian quickly retreated, but the snake's speed was too fast. Second soul skill, ice confinement. Shui Yao raised her hand and lightly tapped, and a white light circle appeared beneath the snake's body. Bang! The snake's body was frozen in ice. It didn't completely freeze, but Xing Tian escaped danger. The purple diamond viper shook violently. The ice shattered everywhere. After being controlled twice, it became extremely cautious. If it got controlled again, it would be humiliated. Dong Xiulin asked Tongxi, "What abilities does your soul skill have?" Tongxi replied, "My first soul skill is healing, and my second soul skill increases power by 50. Dong Xiulin was astonished. "Is it even more explosive than the 7-treasure glazed tile pagoda?" He shouted urgently. "Quickly give me a power boost." She summoned the crystal tower, lit up her purple ring, and shouted, 9-treasure glazed tile pagoda, power." A red light surged into Dong Xuelin's body, and his soul power skyrocketed, directly increasing his strength by half. Azure sword come out. Dong Xuelin held his hand palm down, and a blood-colored black sword appeared. Purple energy swirling around it, with a blood eye on the hilt. Dong Xuelin gripped the sword and charged forward, leaping onto the snake's back and shouting, "First soul skill. Bloodthirst." He stabbed the sword through the snake's scales. The purple energy turned blood red, and the blood eye on the hilt opened wide, spinning wildly with excitement. Xing Tian was stunned. Why didn't he expect Dong Xuelin to have a weapon martial soul? Just as he thought how powerful he could be with this sword. He immediately shook his head. His master forbade him from casually revealing special abilities. The purple diamond viper writhed in pain, rolling and crashing into trees to throw off Dong Xuelin. Xing Tian didn't waste time. He rushed in and shouted, "First soul skill, Divine Dragon Claw." His arm was covered in dragon scales, and Tong Shi immediately boosted his power. 9 treasure glazed tile pagoda, power. The red light surged into his body, and Xing Tian's strength increased by another 50. With one claw, he directly tore off a chunk of the snake's flesh, blood splattering everywhere. After the power boost, the effect of the Divine Dragon Claw, ignoring defense, was maximized. Dong Xuelin was dumbfounded. A soul master can actually inflict this kind of damage on a 9,000-year soul beast? This is absurd. Xing Tian stepped back and shouted for rolls. Fatty distracted. Dong Xuelin and I will be the main attackers. Shui Yao, control the field to protect Tong Shi. Tong Shi, look for opportunities to assist. The 5 positioned themselves, and everyone except Xing Tian revealed 2 purple rings. All were fierce individuals who had absorbed levels beyond their own. Go. After Xing Tian shouted, Gao Da Long charged first. Taunting the snake, "Stinky snake, come fight me." He even wiggled his, but in provocation. The purple diamond viper couldn't hold back. It opened its bloody mouth and swallowed Gao Da Long whole. Dong Xuelin was stunned. Is that it? Xing Tian shook his head. Don't worry about it. He won't die that easily. Although Dong Xuelin was puzzled, he trusted his teammates and continued to focus on the snake. The purple diamond viper was thrilled after swallowing someone. But the next moment, it was completely dumbfounded. Gao Da Long suddenly appeared in front of the purple diamond viper and shouted, "Big stinky snake, are you happy swallowing me?" The purple diamond viper was confused. It had clearly swallowed him just now. There was no bloody smell. Damn it, it had been tricked. The purple diamond viper angrily sprayed green venom. A tall dragon in front of him disappeared when splashed and appeared next to Shui Yao the next second. Venomous toxin. After saying this, he rushed over, creating 5 clones to surround the snake and attack. The purple diamond viper shook the ground and whipped its tail, destroying all the clones. Your grandpa is here. The tall dragon jumped onto the snake's head, grabbed the purple diamond, but was thrown into the air, with the snake's tail sending him flying. Blood dripping from the corner of his mouth. I won't die, right? Tong, she shouted. 9 treasures Linglong Tower, everything revives. A green light enveloped him, and his injuries healed instantly. The tall dragon breathed a sigh of relief. Xing Tian and Dong Xuelin drilled onto the snake's body, with Dong Xuelin stabbing with his sword while Xing Tian tore at its scales. The snake hissed, sending both of them flying and growing fan-like wings. Suddenly, it sprayed poisonous needles, piercing a tree 100 meters away in an instant, turning it black. Xing Tian shouted, 10,000 poison needles. Quickly dodge. Shui Yao summoned an ice wall, while the tall dragon frantically evaded, and Xing Tian and Dong Xuelin hid behind a tree. The poisonous needles stained the ice wall black, one barely grazing the tall dragon's lower body, scaring him into rolling away. As soon as Xing Tian came out, he was locked onto by the snake. The snake charged over, Shui Yao slowed it down, and Dong Xuelin leaped 6 or 7 meters high. Second soul skill, 10,000 swords piercing the heart. Sword shadows shot at the snake's head, which couldn't dodge and writhed in pain. In the observation room, Tang Zong exclaimed, Dong Xuelin's soul skill is too explosive. Sun Tianyi said, right now it's impressive, but soon he won't be able to get up. Why? Tang Zong looked puzzled. Pay attention. The sword shadows piled up like a mountain. After using this soul skill, his soul power will be empty. But the purple diamond viper protected its head and didn't suffer a fatal injury. Who could withstand its counterattack? Tang Zong looked at Sun Tianyi. The difficulty is too high. If the entire army is wiped out, it'll be a huge loss. Sun Tianyi glanced. Coordinate to hit the vital points. It would have been killed already. Tang Zong could only pray that Xing Tian would find an opportunity. Next, it gets intense. After Dong Xiulin finished 10,000 swords piercing the heart, he directly weakened and half-knelt. Xing Tian supported him. You go recover. I'll handle the rest. Dong Xiulin was stunned, wanting to advise him to run, but swallowed his words. Be careful. Xing Tian shouted to the tall dragon. When you hit its head with the purple stone, its pupil shrank. That's the vital point. I'll hold it down. You charge again? The tall dragon howled. Charge again? It hurt when it whipped me just now. Xing Tian replied. If we don't charge, we'll die together. You definitely wouldn't expect this. Xing Tian focused on the viper. The dragon martial spirit can't win. I must activate the phoenix martial spirit. Twin martial spirits aren't rare, but exposing them can elevate status. Xing Tian extended his left hand. A wave of heat surged, and a phoenix cried out. A phantom of a phoenix appeared behind him. First soul skill, phoenix soaring 9 heavens. His upper garment burned away, fire wings spread, and he flew directly to the viper's head. The whole audience was dumbfounded. The tall dragon exclaimed, What the hell? Twin martial spirits. One dragon and one phoenix. Xing Tian's unique eyes dazzled, looking like a war god descending. Dong Xiulin, awakened by the heat wave, stared at Xing Tian in confusion. Who is this? The observation room erupted. Sun Tiany's eyes widened. Tang Zong. Did I see that right? Tang Zong smiled wryly. You saw right. It's a twin martial spirit. Sun Tiany was excited. The academy has produced another twin martial spirit. No wonder the dean took him in. At this moment, Xing Tian activated the phoenix's true eye. Stunning the viper, he flew over to grab the purple diamond. But the viper woke up instantly, twisting its head and whipping its tail. Xing Tian maximized his speed, dodging the tail. Pay attention. The viper's massive tail slammed into the ground, cracking it and sending up dust. It didn't hit Xing Tian, but immediately sprayed the 10,000 poison needles. Xing Tian raised his left hand. A flame barrier appeared. The poison needles turned to steam upon contact, completely useless. Next, it gets intense. Shui Yao shouted to Tong Shi, Give me more power. Tong Shi activated the tower. 9 treasures Linglong Tower, strength. A red light flooded Shui Yao, making her a circle larger like the ice goddess. Confining ice. Shui Yao unleashed her soul power, encasing the viper in ice up to its neck. You definitely wouldn't expect this. The tall dragon climbed a large tree, just 5 meters away from the viper's head. As Shui Yao froze the viper, he charged with incredible speed. 9 treasures Linglong Tower, strength. Tong Shi added another buff, collapsing immediately after using it. The tall dragon shouted, Stinky snake, watch me take you down. He activated his claws to grab the purple diamond, only leaving a few scratches. He was stunned. What the hell? So tough? The viper's ice layer cracked, knocking the tall dragon off balance. It opened its mouth to bite, but the tall dragon's soul power scared it away. In a critical moment, Xing Tian flew above, clasped his fists, and smashed the purple diamond. Bang! The diamond cracked. The viper writhed in pain. Xing Tian soared high, using his body to smash. The viper crashed to the ground. Xing Tian moved aside. Dong Xiulin charged with his sword, inserting it into the diamond's seam. The viper was finished. Xing Tian caught the tall dragon, both of their soul powers empty, and the fire wings disappeared as they fell to the ground. The viper's body collapsed, crushing trees and burying people, creating chaos on the scene. As the dust settled, Xing Tian shouted, Fatty, lose weight. The tall dragon replied, Impossible. Xing Tian saw that Shui Yao was relieved. Shui Yao supported him and blushed as she saw the light on his body. Hurry and put on your clothes. Xing Tian awkwardly put on his clothes. Shui Yao asked, Are you injured? Xing Tian smiled. You saw it already. Shui Yao shyly replied, I won't talk to you. I know you're worried. Xing Tian ruffled her hair and sighed. Fighting this soul beast is exhausting. If Anise were here, she'd have killed it early. Lower your voice. Shui Yao hushed him. Xing Tian laughed and walked towards the viper. Shui Lin, are you okay? I'm Phoenix. Pay attention. Dong Xiulin walked out from behind the viper, his leg injured, limping as he walked. Xing Tian supported him, noticing a deep bleeding wound on his right calf. You're like this, and still say you're fine? You have nothing to bandage it with. I called Tong Shi. Shui Yao turned to find the bleeding Tong Shi. Soon, Shui Yao brought Tong Shi back. Tong Shi exclaimed, Your injury is so severe. Activating her martial spirit. 9 treasures Linglong Tower, everything revives. A green light covered his leg, healing the wound visibly. Xing Tian was dumbfounded. What the hell? An auxiliary spirit with healing powers? That's too explosive. Next, it gets intense. In the observation room, Sun Tianyi called Shui Wu. Shui Wu, buried in documents, exploded upon answering. If you're fine, you're dead. Sun Tianyi shrank his neck. Your disciple has a twin martial spirit. His soul power is low. Can you pull some strings? Shui Wu was stunned. This kid revealed his martial spirit so quickly. Remind him to keep a low profile. Twin martial spirits are also rare. You handle the rest. After saying that, he hung up the phone. Sun Tianyi was confused. You're the master. Why do I have to say that? But Shui Wu was powerful, so he could only accept it. Tang Zong, keep an eye on him. I'll be back soon. He left the observation room. You definitely wouldn't expect this. In the Star Do Great Forest, Dong Xuelin's leg injury healed, leaving only a scab. Are you okay? Shui Yao supported her. But Tong, she shook her head and sat cross-legged to meditate. Xing Tian and the others remained vigilant. Just a few minutes later, something suddenly changed in front of Xing Tian. Everyone around him disappeared, and he found himself sitting elegantly at a table in a house. What's going on? Xing Tian shouted, Yao Yao. Yao Yao. Brother Xing Tian, I'm here. Shui Yao came out of the kitchen with dishes. Xing Tian was confused. How did you come out of the kitchen? And you're cooking? You're too tired. I'll supplement you. Shui Yao placed the dishes down. There are pig kidneys in the kitchen. I went to get them. What? Pig kidneys? Xing Tian was bewildered. His gaze was caught by the braised chicken leg on the table, his favorite. Gulp. He swallowed saliva, but remembered the situation and didn't dare to move his hands. Shui Yao brought out the pig kidneys. Why aren't you eating the chicken leg? Xing Tian stared at the chicken leg, trembling. He remembered that Shui Yao learned to make chicken legs from Aunt Shui, who couldn't cook and ended up producing dark cuisine. He almost fell for the chicken leg back then. Brother Xing Tian, I'll feed you. Shui Yao picked up the chicken leg and brought it to his mouth. Come on, open wide. Pay attention. Xing Tian was distressed staring at the chicken leg. If I eat it, I might die. If I don't eat it, Shui Yao will be sad. What should I choose? Wait. Xing Tian stopped. Why are we in this house? Are you still cooking? Shui Yao touched his forehead. Brother Xing Tian, did you lose your memory again? We already passed the assessment and are living in the place arranged by the dean. Xing Tian was confused. No memory of that? Could it be that I really lost my memory? Don't think about it. Quickly eat the chicken leg. After eating, we'll go shopping. Shui Yao handed the chicken leg to him, and suddenly the dragon and phoenix jade pendant on her chest glowed. You definitely wouldn't expect this. The chicken leg turned black. And upon closer inspection, what the hell? It's a bat. Xing Tian pushed aside Shui Yao and shouted angrily. You are not Yao Yao. Shui Yao pretended to be pitiful. Brother Xing Tian, if I'm not, then who is? Xing Tian's eyes lit up. The scene suddenly changed, returning to the Star Do Forest. Shui Yao was unconscious, and the others were also down. Xing Tian hugged Shui Yao and shouted, Yao Yao, wake up, stop shouting. As Sun Tianyi appeared, fourth assessment. They're still testing. You are the first to pass. Xing Tian stood up. What is this assessment? I'm confused. It's to test your character. Create a warm environment. Those who get too immersed will be eliminated. Xing Tian twitched his mouth. This is a nightmare. Your master told you to keep a low profile. Having a twin martial soul is rare. Don't use the Phoenix martial soul. Xing Tian nodded. The companions all know. What if they spread it? Don't worry. I got it covered. Sun Tianyi interrupted, and Xing Tian had no more worries. Sun Tianyi asked, how come you have two soul abilities? Xing Tian scratched his head. Master said the soul ring mutated. Is there such a situation? Sun Tianyi was surprised. You are so lucky. I've always been lucky. Xing Tian awkwardly scratched his head, and Sun Tianyi said a few words before leaving. Next up, high energy. In the office of the Shrek Academy principal, Blood Dan sneezed while reviewing documents. Who was talking about me? Xing Tian looked at the unconscious people on the ground and felt a headache. I don't know what they encountered. Gao Delong suddenly shouted, give me that. I can still eat. Don't fight. Xing Tian complained. They can sleep like this? You are awesome. Just after he finished speaking, Gao Delong sat up suddenly. His eyes dazed. Xing Tian was confused. Just a complaint, and you woke up? Fatty, how did you wake up? Huh? Gao Delong was confused. I saw my parents feeding me. When the meat fell on the ground, I wanted to pick it up. They didn't let me. I got angry and then woke up. Pay attention. Xing Tian was sweating profusely. This works too? Next up, high energy. The ground was filled with people lying down, and Gao Delong just got his strength back and was confused. Why are they all lying on the ground? Xing Tian shouted, it's the fourth assessment. They are still stuck in it. What? Didn't we just kill soul beasts? How do we skip levels? Gao Long stared wide-eyed, and Xing Tian shrugged. I'm confused too. Shui Yao opened her eyes and shouted, Brother Xing Tian. Xing Tian squatted down to support her. You woke up? What assessment did you just encounter? Shui Yao blushed. What's it to you? Annoying. She broke free and stood straight, leaving Xing Tian confused. Not 2 minutes later, in the East Snow Forest. Tong, she woke up. Tong, she rubbed her eyes. What just happened? East Snow Forest also murmured. Xing Tian added, we just passed the 4th assessment. 4th assessment? Didn't we still have to fight soul beasts? The two said in unison. East Snow Forest slapped his thigh. In the 3rd round, we killed soul beasts. And in the 4th round, we were thrown into an illusion. Did we see the things we wanted to do the most? Gao Long nodded. I saw meat and got excited. I woke up when a piece of meat fell. East Snow Forest knocked on the blackboard. If you get trapped in an illusion and can't get out, you're directly eliminated. Everyone except Xing Tian suddenly realized. Shui Yao murmured, I was just thinking about that. Xing Tian laughed. We passed the 4th round. Let's rush to the destination. Everyone stared at him. Xing Tian scratched his head. Why are you all looking at me? Gao Long patted his shoulder. Big brother. Why didn't you tell me you have a twin martial soul? East Snow Forest said seriously, Fatty, don't mess around. There are only a few twin martial souls each year. And if Xing Tian is weak, he will be targeted and directly eliminated. So that's how it is. Gao Long scratched his head awkwardly. East Snow Forest looked at Xing Tian. Your soul abilities seem to have two? Xing Tian coughed lightly. It's due to the mutation of the soul ring. Don't make a big deal out of it. What is soul ring mutation? Tong, she asked. East Snow Forest shook his head, and Gao Long only understood food. Shui Yao exploded. Are you annoying? My brother has a twin martial soul. What's the big deal about a mutation? Everyone fell silent. Xing Tian, stop chatting. Let's go quickly. We have to reach the light circle on time to pass. Everyone rushed towards the light circle, their nerves tense along the way, afraid of encountering 1,000-year soul beasts. After walking for 2 hours, just as they were about to reach the light circle, they saw a person standing by the side. As they got closer, Xing Tian shouted, Brother Tang, what, do you know each other? Tong, she leaned in. At this moment, Gao Long flew to Xing Tian's side and appeared in front of Tong Shi.